Hi. You know, as a magician, I could find coins anywhere. They're just that they're hidden. They're invisible. But to find them, I just have to reach over here, and I can produce a solid silver coin. And if I reach over here, I can get a second one right at the fingertips. Of course, there's usually a third one hanging out right over there, and there's the third silver coin. But if I take the first one and I wave the other coins over it, it changes, and it becomes copper. And of course, if I take the second one, give it a little wave just like this, the second one also becomes copper. That leaves one last one. Give a little wave just like this, the last one also becomes copper. 3 silver to 3 copper. 1, 2, 3. But if I take them and I give it a little wave just like this, the coins change back to silver. Now, they came from the air, they can go back to the air. So if I take the first one and I hold that in my hand just like this, give a little wave and a squeeze, it goes from where it came. Take the second one, little squeeze, little rub, and that one vanishes. I take the third one, little wave just like this. That one doesn't go yet, not unless I rub. And if I rub, they all just melt away, just like that. Thank you. Hi, this is a really nice trick. It's basically a complete routine. You have a production, you have a change back, and you have a vanish. So it's a complete routine, and it's not that difficult to do. It incorporates something called the slide move. In order to do this, you need 6 coins. You need 3 silver coins and 3 copper coins. Okay, now the coins are old copper coins and old Barber half dollars, which means that they're worn so that they don't make any noise when you rub them against each other. That's important because we're going to do some moves using the sliding move, which we've learned in other places, but we're going to do that again. The setup is the 3 silver coins underneath the 3 copper coins, and I hold them in Jeffrey Latta's nowhere palm. Now to get in there, I can hold them at my finger palm position, and I just use my thumb and turn them into nowhere palm. And that's a really nice position because you can show your hand, and your hand looks pretty empty. Okay? So when I talk, I have them in nowhere palm, and I just gesture. They see one hand wide open, the other hand looks like it's open, and that's a very, very nice position. Looks like your hands are really empty. Now to produce a coin, first I point, and when I do, that's misdirection for me to shift these coins back into finger palm. Okay, you don't want to see the adjustment, so you have to hide it with misdirection. So I'm gesturing, I point over here, and I just put my thumb on this bottom coin, and I slide it to my fingertips, and I produce it. Now I do a very, very nice changeover palm. Put my finger on here, and as I turn my hand over, my thumb comes to the tip of my second finger. As I do that, this hand opens and pushes this to the fingertips, the top silver coin. So this is the position that we're in. They can't see anything right now. So from here, turn. Now I turn the right hand over, pushing that more to the fingertips, and I grab it with the other hand, just like that. So basically what I do is I switch this coin in the left hand for the coin in the right. Once again, just like this. Then I produce the second coin from the hand that they just saw empty. I stack them together. Every once in a while I want to show these coins, but my hand looks pretty closed right now, so I do what's called Marlowe's holding position, where I actually grab these coins with my thumb so I could open my fingers. I just kind of gesture like that, which allows me to show the coins in my hand apparently open. I put them back into the finger palm, and I produce the last coin. And I can use Jeffrey Latta's fidget move. I use it a lot. And I'm holding the coin with my thumb and my first finger, and I use my second finger, and I turn the coin around. Just give you, looks like your hand is more open that way, and I put it here. Marlowe's holding position to show the coins. I now take the bottom coin with my second finger, and I push it into my hand, and I put it, grab it with my thumb and first finger, and put it behind the stack of the 3 coppers, and push it back there using the slide move. Wave. Now I take the bottom coin, which is the copper coin, and push that to my fingertips. Do the Latta's fidget move. Put it on top. Once again, my hand's open because I did the Marlowe holding position. Take that next coin with my second finger, push it into my hand, do the slide move, pushing it behind the stack. Wave. Make that one come out. Fidget move. Put it over here. 2 copper coins. The last coin goes behind the hand, a little wave. Push that one out to the fingertips, and there's the third coin. Open my hand, the Marlowe holding position. Show the 3 coins like this. Now, we're going to make them change back into the silvers. So I use something that I call pistol grip technology, which we actually did way back in one of the early copper-silver DVDs. I hold my hand like a pistol. The first finger is extended, the thumb's up, and the other fingers are bent in. I take the copper coin and I put it right on the second finger, holding it against the first finger with the thumb. So this is the position. I do 1, 2, 3. and they're there only for a second. I then turn my hand over to catch the coins, but I drop the silver coins onto my hand. These coins stay here, and then I actually will push them into that position there, if they're not there already, and make a wave. The coins are actually held between the thumb against the side of the second finger. So if I wave like this, my hand looks very empty and natural, and the coins are right there. So let me just show you that again. 1, 2, we're in this position. 1, 2, 3, drop, bend my finger in to push them into that area, wave, put them into finger palm as I open this hand to show the 3 coins, and as I go to take them, the big move hides the little move of me taking my thumb and putting them into nowhere palm. So I now have a nice open display. Now we're going to make them vanish. I take them back and I gesture, and that's my movement that allows me to take my thumb and put them back into finger palm. I take the first coin and I pretend to take it with my hand, but I use my second finger and pivot that under the cover of my left hand, pivot under my thumb. Okay? Close my hand and I allow that coin to slowly go onto the stack of the coppers. So show the 3 coins, take the first coin, okay, grab, let it roll onto my fingers. As I turn this hand over, that's my misdirection. Now that that slides onto the stack, I grab these and I wave, and the first coin vanishes. I do the same thing with the second one. I pretend to take it under the cover of my hand. I use my second finger to bring that under my thumb and slowly bring it into the stack, just like that. And as I turn this hand over and grab that and wave, and the second one goes. So that one looks like this. Okay? Take this one, go like this, take that, wave, and it's gone. The third one I place into my hand, close up. I now do Marlowe's holding position, do a wave. It doesn't go. I do now the Rops move to indicate the coin. I've talked about this many, many times on each series of DVDs, but just to go over it briefly, the first finger's up, these fingers are curled in, the thumb touches the intersection between the middle and upper phalanges, and I touch the coin twice, apparently. The first time I touch it, the second time I close my hand, and that causes that coin to lever up. I use the fatty part of the thumb to help. So I touch, as I close, I then grab it with the thumb and the second finger. And as I close my hand, I just kind of lever it under the thumb and let it go into that pile. So this coin didn't go yet, and I come up to blow on it, which is like I was turning the coins over. That's my misdirection to get that into the pile. And as I open my hands, I open both hands. I put these, come over like this, and under the cover of both hands moving, I use that and I put them into nowhere palm. So they're here. I come over like this, they go into nowhere palm, and I could open my hand, so now my one hand is very open, the other hand looks open, and it just looks like they vanished. And that's really it. And that's the sliding wall coin routine. Thank you. Hi. One of my favorite shows has been The Twilight Zone, the old TV show that was out in, I guess, the 60s. There were a couple of revivals, but it was really always my favorite show, the original with Rod Serling. And I still remember one of my favorite episodes. Okay, imagine, if you will, it's old England, and there's a guy shining shoes, and he's shining the shoes of Rod Serling, who says, "Case in point, one George Midas, shoeshine boy, a man who never had an even break in his life until he received a golden opportunity to enter the Twilight Zone." And there was George shining shoes, and at the end of the day, he took a look into his purse. It didn't do very well. Unfortunately not. 1, 2, 3 old, dusty English pennies, not even enough to buy his evening's meal. And I realized that once again he was going to be going hungry, and he'd have to think about the poverty that he found himself in. When he took a look at one of the dusty coins, and he took a piece of dust off the coin to clean it, but when he looked back, that coin had changed to gold. Solid gold. He couldn't believe his eyes. He didn't know what had happened. He was stunned into silence as he took the second coin, and he wondered what would happen if he touched it again. He rubbed that coin on his shirt, and just like the first, it changed to gold. Twice he had touched the coin, twice it changed. He wondered if the magic would happen just one more time. So he took that last old dusty coin and blew on it, and just like that, it changed to gold, solid gold. At that point, he realized he had the power to get back at people who put him into his suffering. And at that point, the coins changed back to copper. And as the scene closed, you could hear Rod Serling say, "Yes, George Midas, a man with a true gift, a real Midas touch. But gifts used for the wrong reasons can be taken away back to the refund counters of the Twilight Zone." Thank you. Many years ago, I did a routine called Twilight Zone Wild Coin. It uses a cup, and it had 4 coins, and it was very, very magical, and it was one of my really, really strong effects that I did in my show. The problem was it was really a showpiece. It wasn't something that you could take from table to table because you had to carry a big cup with you, and I found there had to be a better way to do that type of story using smaller props. And I finally came up with a really nice wild coin routine, which I used to teach on my lecture tours using copper and silver, and I did it stand-up in people's hands. And it was really, really nice. It's very, very similar to this one. The only thing was that it lacked the story. And I thought that the Spellbound story would be a really, really good way to present this effect. So now, instead of using a $50 English penny, I'm using an old purse, 3 old copper coins, and a gold-plated old coin. Okay, it doesn't really have to match because people aren't really looking at the color, and once they see it's gold, they don't really see the detail. But you can certainly gold-plate one of the old copper coins to get the exact same look. So these are in the purse. You have this in finger palm. You talk about the story. You open the purse and very slowly and fairly take them out and put them on the table, or you can put them into somebody's open palm. Either way, it's just fine. Show them very fairly both sides. Show the both sides here, but you hold this in standard spellbound position. Now, you said that you're going to take a piece of dust off the coin. I go to take the piece of dust off, extending my fingers and putting my thumb on the gold coin, and I do a standard spellbound move. That is, I move my hand over the coin, drop this coin to the base of my fingertips, put the gold coin there, and come away with my thumb in my first and my second finger like I'm holding a piece of dust, and I go away like this. I haven't noticed the magic yet, but I come back and I see the coin is gold. Snap it up to my finger, and I turn it around in my fingers a couple of times, and I show the gold coin. That's pretty magical, and I pause for a minute. Now I do a very, very nice, it's actually a vanish, but it's an easy vanish, and I use it as a switch because I'm going to pretend to put this in my hand where I already have the copper coin that they don't see. So I show this coin, and this is the move without this hand. From here, I put it on the tip of my second finger and go to there. From here to here. That's all the move is. From here, between the thumb and the first finger, resting on the second finger. I do it under the cover of my hand. From here, do the move to here. So it looks like I'm just holding the coin. As I move to pick up the big coin, I actually move my thumb to push that into the finger palm, the big movement, this movement of picking up the coin, hiding that small adjustment. I then take this coin and I use the slide move. As I pretend to rub it on my shirt, I slide that old copper coin under the silver coin and then push the silver coin out. So it looks like the coin is rubbed on my sleeve and changes. I also use that Jeffrey Latta's fidget move where I'm holding the coin with my thumb and first finger and use my second finger to turn the coin over. That's very, very nice as well. So I rub, show both sides. I now pretend to place this into my hand, but I do a simple Bobo switch. I've got a coin here in finger palm. I pretend to drop this into my hand, but I actually slide it between the thumb and the first finger and drop the other copper coin. That goes into finger palm. Okay, so we pick this one up, rub it on my sleeve, and it changes to copper. Drop that in my hand, pick up the third one, gesture like this, and as I gesture, I actually bring it a little bit into my hand and then blow on it. And as I blow on it, I do the slide move, sliding it in and pushing that one out. So, the last one, I say one last coin. Could the magic happen again? I blow on it and it changes. And all you're doing is you're picking up the coin. As I gesture, it comes into my hand a little bit, and then I just slide it behind that gold coin and push the gold coin out. And that's the move. Once again, I do the Bobo switch. Drop it into my hand as I talk about how he's going to use the power to get back at the people who put him into his suffering. That goes into finger palm. At that point, the coins change back to copper. Now I'm going to put them away. Now again, this could be on somebody's open palm if you want to do that, if you're not using the purse. But using the purse, I just show both sides of the coin. I can turn it around, put it in. Do the second one, turn it around, put it in. Third one is a very, very nice changeover move by Jeffrey Latta. I show this coin. As I gesture, I put this into thumb palm. I pretend to take this from my hand, but I drop this thumb palm coin onto the base of these fingers, like this. Pick this one up, turn it over, put it in the purse, and I time it with the ending so that I close the purse when I say back to the refund counters of the Twilight Zone. And that's Twilight Zone Wild Coin. Hey Ed, how are you today?
I'm fine.
Would you like to see something really interesting? I got something from the U.S. Mint, which I want to show you. It's really interesting. These are things that most people don't get a chance to see. Keep them here. These are called pre-production coins. These are coins that have never been minted. They've never been struck. They're totally blank. They have no date of birth. They have no country of origin. There's no face on the front. There's no tails on the back. Take a look at them. They're really interesting. These are truly embryonic coins, which means, Ed, that these blank coins can become any coins at all. And I'm going to show you with some coins that I have here from my collection. So I have some small coins. This one is an old copper coin. This is an old 1914 silver barber coin. And this here is an old Chinese good luck coin, I guess you would call it, or feng shui coin, one of those. And I'm going to use these coins to develop images on the blank coins. So if I take the first blank coin and I take the copper coin and I wave it over there, much like a chameleon can change its color, the blank coin can assume the form of the copper coin, just like that. I can do the same with the 1914 silver barber coin, just a little wave just like this. And would you believe, just like the time it takes to develop a Polaroid picture, I get an exact image of the 1914 barber coin on the blank coin. You'd almost believe. In fact, the Chinese coin's a little different because that has a hole in it, but a little wave just like this, and I get the Chinese coin coming out just like that. So Ed, we've gone ahead and we've done this 3 times. We've made a coin that was blank turn Chinese, turn silver, and turn copper. Can you hold on to these for me? Sure. Close your hand really tight around them. You remember, Ed, I said that these coins have never been minted. They've never been struck. And that's really the only true way to put an image on a coin, Ed. What I did for you today was really just an illusion. And if I take these 3 blank coins, the 3 colored coins, and I put them in my purse, the image of the coins starts to fade from our minds. As it fades from our minds, it also fades from the coins. And if you take a look at your hand, you're now left with 3 blank coins. Thank you.
Wow.
This routine has had a development over the years. Many years ago, on my Knockout Coin Magic DVD series, I did a trick called mass hypnosis, where I took 3 half-dollars and I hypnotized the audience to believe that they began to look like the image of 3 small coins that I had. And then, of course, they changed back to the half-dollars at the end. And I liked the trick, but it was done sit down, it used lapping, there was a purse switch, and it was a little convoluted. It wasn't that easy to do. And I stopped doing primarily sit-down magic for a long time, doing stand-up magic, and then I saw David Roth do his beautiful routine, which has appeared on our earlier DVDs. I think it's on volume 8, and it was the blank coin routine. And when I saw that routine, I realized that that's just such a beautiful routine. It's just a great way to do it, and I felt that somehow I can incorporate his ideas using blank coins with my ideas of taking the image from small coins and making it appear on the larger coins. And that's how I came up with this trick. And this trick uses 9 coins here. 3 blank coins. Now these coins are, you can actually find them, they can be found, some people use them as spacers, they use it to hold furniture up, you know, if the table legs aren't exactly equal, so you can find them that way. So in like stores like Home Depot, you can find them if you're lucky. I got these on the internet, on eBay. They sell blank coins, and these are coins that are exactly the same size as half-dollars, but they're just blank. They have a little rim, but they're really nice. It's not like they're brand new and shiny, but they're just, I guess they're steel, and they're an alloy, I'm not sure, but they're nice coins, and they're totally blank, and they allow us to do this routine. Now, I also have 3 old coins and 3 coins that match. So this is an old British penny, and this is an old British halfpenny. This is an old 1914 Barber quarter, and this is an old 1914 Barber half-dollar. No discrepancies in my work. This is an old Chinese, I guess, good luck coin or feng shui coin. I think I bought it in a flea market. And I needed to match it, and I ended up using one of Al Goshman's old gold Chinese size or half-dollar size Chinese coins. It's a pretty close match. It's not that easy to find gold Chinese coins, but if you go on eBay, it's a really good place to find things. You could look up old Chinese coins, and you could find coins that are genuine, that are of different sizes, and they do have coins that are, they have them by millimeters, and I think there's 30 millimeters, which is like the half-dollar size, and you can find like 22 millimeters, which I think is the size of the quarters, and you can match them pretty well. So you could find these if you look around for them. Plus, I'm sure there are magic stores that have duplicates of the half-dollar and the smaller size. So I think you'll be able to find them. Or you can use, which is another thing that can be done, and it's totally fine and practical, you could use the Kenya 10 penny size and the Kenya 5 penny size. I think it's from Kenya. And they're coins that have a hole in there. They're copper, but they have a hole in the center. And they're exact duplicates, the 5 and the 10 penny size. So you can find those as well. Or you can find some other coins that match. It's really up to you, but these are the coins that I'm using. So they're in an order now. I have copper on top of the silver, on top of the Chinese. Big ones, copper on top of the silver, on top of the Chinese. These go on top of these, and then these go on top of the small coins. And this stack goes into a purse, regular purse. And I have a little mark here so I know which side has the blank coins. And it all goes in there. So now we're ready to go. So I talk about how the Mint has come up with this pre-production coins. And I take out the 3 pre-production coins, close the purse, and I show them to him. And the important thing is I use the line by David Roth, these coins have never been minted. They've never been struck. And I explain that there's no date of birth, no country of origin, no faces on the front, no tails on the back. They are truly embryonic coins. And I like to say that because these are the coins that are like stem cells. They could become anything. But then I say these blank coins, emphasizing blank, can become any coins at all. Again, a line from David Roth's blank coin routine. So these blank coins can become any coins. And to demonstrate, I've got here a purse with some small coins from my collection, and I reach and I take out the whole stack. Just grab the whole stack out, but I push off the small ones, just like this. You can actually let them fall into your hands. That's fine too. But the whole idea is that you take them all out, you grab off the small ones, these stay in finger palm, and you show these coins one at a time. There's an old copper coin. You don't say it's a British halfpenny. Here's an old 1914 silver barber coin, and here is an old Chinese coin. These are in finger palm. Now we're going to use the slide move, which is a very, very useful move for switching one coin for another. I pick up the blank coin, and as I pick this one up, I just slide this behind the stack slowly so there's no noise. Although the coins are generally old and smooth, so they don't make that much noise, but you do have to still be careful because the blank coins do have a rim. So I close my hand over it and I wave this over here, and I say, just like a chameleon, the coin takes on the form of the other coin. And I then push this one out to my fingertips, just like this, and we get the exact image on the coin. Okay? That's number 1. Number 2, I take the second blank coin, let it slide into my hand as I pick this one up, wave it over, and then pull the other one out, do a little flip. I call this the Latta fidget. It's a move that Jeffrey Latta used to use to show both sides of the coins. I'm holding this in my fingertips. I use my second finger and I just turn that coin around, just like that. This way it looks like my hand's more empty and I could show both coins. And I put those down. Last one, the Chinese coin. I take that and I give it a little wave, pushing that one behind the stack of the others and then pushing the Chinese coin out, doing the little Latta fidget and showing that the coins have changed. As I put this down, I then go like this, and this is a position that Ed Marlowe used to use. It's called the holding position. I just hold this with my fingers just for a minute, just so my hand doesn't look always closed. And I say, now we have the Chinese coin, and I put it in my hand doing something called pistol grip technology. We did this on an earlier DVD, the copper-silver DVD, for one of the routines, where I actually put these into finger palm and I hold my hand like a pistol. Okay, the coins are in finger palm there. I take this coin and I put this between the thumb and the first finger extended on the second finger like this. I take the copper coin and I put it there. Actually, I take the silver coin and I put it on top. The order doesn't really matter. I take this one and I put it on top. Now I've got these coins over here and the other coins in finger palm. I turn my hand over and I hold on to these coins here and I just let the blank coins drop into my hand. It's a nice switch. These turn over into finger palm as I give him these coins to hold. I don't let him see them. I put them on his fingers and I close his fingers over and I turn his hand over. So he's got the coins tight. These are now in finger palm. Now I say, remember, these coins have never been minted. They've never been struck. And that's the only true way to put an image on a coin. What I did for you was just an illusion. And as I pick these coins up, you don't have to do this, but I do it. I put these from here, I rotate them into Jeffrey Latta's nowhere palm because I want to get a nice display of the coins in my hand. So I do that. They went from pistol grip to finger palm, rolling over into nowhere palm. I show these 3 coins now in my hand just like this, and you get a nice burn of the hand. You can see that the coins are in my hand, but you don't really see the coins in there. Okay? And I now pick up the purse, stacking these up, just like this, and I let them roll over these coins, and then I pull these coins up. So I've got them all in a group now. I open the purse, I put this whole stack into the purse just like this, closed, so my hands are now empty. And I say, as the image fades from the coins, or as the image fades from our minds, the image also slowly fades from the coins. Now he opens his hands, which he believes contains the 3 different coins. He's very surprised to find the 3 blank coins. And that's the blank coin routine. Thank you.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
How's it going?
I don't know, but thanks for asking. Do a little minor miracle. Minor miracle using $3 half, okay? All I have to do is watch. That's 1, that's 2, that's $3 half, and watch. The funny thing is, if I just go like this, I can actually pull one right through the back of the hand. That leaves 2. I'll do it once again, okay? Watch, come over here by the elbow. That's the second one. That leaves 1. And to answer the question you're thinking, yes, it does hurt. It does hurt. But anyway, 2 coins have penetrated. And, John, would you do me a favor, please? Open up your hand. Either hand, doesn't matter, but just take a nice tight fist, okay? Squeeze tight. I'm going to try not to hurt you.
Okay.
I'm going to try. No promises, but I'm going to try not to. Here's what's going to happen. Instead of making the coin go through my body parts, just by doing that, believe it or not, I'm going to make them go through your body parts. I'm going to go, you have 2, count them out loud on the table, and get ready for the response you're about to receive.
3.
Okay, the first trick here, triple penetration. Known to the audience, you have $3 half, and secretly, you have a $4 half. Now, this is almost resembles a lot those elbow, neck, and knee routine, but this was independently invented many years ago. And in my days of tending bar, I used to like to do this behind the bar. I just walk up, grab 3/4, some of these quarters off the bar, and start doing it. It's a fun trick. You have a lot of fun with this, anywhere, anytime. Like I say, you have $3 half, known to the audience. You have 1 secretly palmed. You can classic palm it, finger palm it, any palm you're comfortable with. I prefer the classic palm it. You start off, you show the $3 half, and if you want, if it makes you feel better, you can do a utility type move to show it's all 3 coins and nothing else. I don't bother. I just count out the coins, 1, 2, 3 coins, you show like that. As I close my hand, I prepare 1 coin to do a Heng Peng Chen. Simply take my thumb, slide it right down to the base of my fingers, and close my hand. So you have 2 coins here, 1 coin is here. This coin is in preparation for Heng Peng Chen. I turn my hand over, and I start to go towards the pluck the coin from the back of my hand. As I do that, as my hand moves, I just simply release the coin to fingertip rest, and slap it on the back of my hand. Okay, undercover, it just looks like that. But the action is here. It goes to the back of the hand, or to the fingertip rest, I slap it on the back of the hand. I start to rub and pull, and I show the first coin comes right through the hand. Display the coin, pretend to dump in the hand, do a Heng Peng Chen, and open his hand, showing there's just 2, as it should be. You say, that's the first one, watch the second one. Once again, you close the hand, get a second coin in preparation for Heng Peng Chen. You close the hand, come up, just produce from the elbow. Display it, do a Heng Peng Chen. Open the hand. You turn to the spectator on your left, ask him to open his hand. All I do is I pick up these 2 coins, and I drop them on top of the finger palm coin over here. Place 3 coins in his hand. Help him close it, set it down. Now, basically, I do Ross Berkman Spider Vanish here. I do it in 2 parts. The first part is I take it like you're doing the Spider Vanish, and I just pause. I come over, slap the back of his hand as I show this hand is empty. You explained a moment ago you had 2 coins, count them out, you'll have 3. And that's a triple penetration. Thank you. Okay, show you guys something good here. Show you something good. At least to me it's good. I hope you feel the same afterwards, okay? Look, inside the purse we have 6 coins. 6 coins inside the purse. 3 coins are Chinese, 3 coins are American half dollars. I'll be honest. Actually, the replicas of a Chinese coin. They come from a replica of China. Gets no better. Gets no better. But I'll tell you something. It's ancient Chinese secret about these coins. The half dollars are normal, but like I say, there is a little secret about these Chinese coins. Ancient Chinese secret. They have an affinity towards silver. Believe it or not, they have an affinity towards silver, and I'll show you how that works. Watch. If I go like this, believe it or not, one of the coins leaves the right hand. As quick as it leaves the right hand, appears over here in the left hand. That may have been too fast, too quick. I'll slow it down, okay? All you have to remember, there's 3 Chinese coins, 1 silver, and I just go like this. Watch closely. No sooner I do that, the second coin leaves the right hand, appears over here in the left. John, open your hand once again, please. Left hand. Watch close. Count them out with me.
1, 2, 3
Chinese coins.
Chinese coins.
3 Chinese coins,
1, 2
$half.
$half.
Tight fist, okay? Make a nice tight fist. Watch the last coin, okay? Because just go like this. Just watch. Just shows how strong the affinity is. So if I go like this, the coin vanishes from my hand now. A moment ago, you only had $2 half. Count them all out.
3 Chinese coins and 3 silver coins.
Okay, the coins across effect here basically comes right out of Bowlby's Modern Coin Magic. The thing is, though, which I never liked in the effect was, I thought the effect was good in itself, but every time you picked up the coins on the right, you had to pick them up with your left hand, throw them, and steal a coin. You pick these up. You pick up here, you steal a coin. I never liked that. I try to streamline it. The effect I try to get here, which I believe I have, is coins that go in the right hand, I want to pick up with my right hand. Coins which go in the left hand, I pick up with my left hand. There's never passing coins back and forth. Now, the way we do that, we start off $3 on the right, 3 Chinese coins on the left, and that's all you need. Just what you see is what you need. I pick the coins up, $half on the right, Chinese coins on the left. Slap the $half down, show there's 3 on the right. As I pick them up, once again, you get 1 coin in preparation for the Hen Peng Chen. Now here's what happens. As I slap the Chinese coins down, you do a little bit extra. You're going to do half, basically it would be like half a Hen Peng Chen. As I slap these down, my hand's going to move away, I'm going to release 1 coin. As I slap these down, the coin is loaded under my hand. Okay, so unlike a Hen Peng Chen, I'm actually releasing all the coins from the hand. I'm secretly stealing here. As the hand slides back to rest at the edge of the table, the $half under the fingers, I use my thumb and I just scoop up the $half. It's now finger palmed. Pick up 1, 2, 3 Chinese coins, allow them to fall on top of the $half. You make a magical gesture. Now to get the coins squared up in position, I just tap them on the table. Spread them with the fingertips. The $half outmost from the fan here. Simply drop 2 coins from the right hand. As I pick them up, 1 coin is in preparation for Hen Peng Chen. Now in the act of throwing these 4 coins down, this is a lot like a friction pass here. This $half, as I toss these down, this $half is going to stay right at the tips of the fingers. As that stays down at the tips of the fingers, I'm going to release 1 coin here. So it looks like this. It's a nice fingertip Hen Peng Chen. This coin's finger palm. I pick up the 3 Chinese coins, I place them in a visible $half. As I pick them all up, they're dropped on top of the finger palm $half. You make your second gesture. Show 1 coin on the right. Now you're going to repeat the fingertip Hen Peng Chen. This coin is going to adhere to the fingers as you drop them, and drop this coin out of this hand. So now you show there's 5 coins here. 2 $half have now come over. You have the person to your left, he opens up his left hand. This $half is in finger palm. You have him count the coins out as you place them in his hand. You tell him to count the coins. Right now he'll count 3 Chinese coins, you tell him count the $half. He counts 1, that's 2. Now everybody knows exactly what's in his hand. I'm going to help him close his hand. As I do that, I'm going to load this $half into his hand. The way I do that is I move the hand forward, I clip the coin between the first and fourth finger. I set that right on top of all the coins in his hand. That's all you do. It's very simple. Come over, you set it down, close his hand. Now you do a bit of acting. Suppose you have a coin in the right hand, you pass it off to your left, and you toss it towards his. Show you're clean, no more coins. He counts it out. And that's coins across. little brass box here. Inside the brass box, we have $4 half-dollars. There's $4 half-dollars inside the brass box. Count them out with me, okay? That's 1, 2, 3, 4 coins. We just cover it all up. Watch close. Take it like this. Give it a little tap. Yeah. So it's coins pinched right with your hand and the box.
Nice.
Thank you. That's what I said the first time I saw it. John, do me a favor, would you?
Yeah.
Take the coins.
Okay.
One at a time. Place them into the box.
1, 2, 3.
That's $4 half-dollars into the box, okay? You know what? The first time I did this, I had the lid. I was covering the coins up with the lid.
Okay.
You couldn't see what was happening. So you know what I'm going to do? Being the nice guy that I am, I'm going to get rid of it, okay?
Right.
This time you're always going to be able to see the coins. We get rid of the lid, you'll always be able to see the coins. Isn't that kind of amazing?
It's amazing.
Watch. Yes, it is. Watch. We'll do it once again, okay? I just push down like this. Believe it or not, they penetrate right through the hand. So like so far?
Yeah.
Well, then I'll do it again, okay? As long as you like it, I'll just keep doing it. That's 1, 2, 3. That's $4 half-dollars. Well, in the box, okay? They're in the box. Watch. We just cover up like this. Wait, that's not right. That's not right. Okay. You know what? That's because I'm not using the lid. Yes, I'm not using the lid. So that's what we're doing. We're going to use the lid, okay? I'm going to do the hardest part of this trick.
Okay.
You know what makes it the hardest?
What's the hardest, Mike?
Because I'm going to bequeath my powers upon you.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. No, seriously. You're going to do it this time. To you, I bequeath the magic stick. You get the magic stick. Now all you have to do is watch closely. I place the coins in the hand like this, okay? Just tap it with the wand. No, you did it. Not bad for the first time.
Nice.
Yeah, no, she's actually come right inside the box. I'll do it once again, okay?
Okay.
No, you did so well. We'll do it again.
Cool.
Yeah, no, really. I place the coins in the hand. You tap with the wand. They vanish. I'm not kidding. We can do this all day long. But we won't.
Good.
But, you know, I was telling you this is the hardest part. And you know why?
Why is that?
Put the coins in the box. You did it too well, Bill. Thank you for watching. Milk Court put out a wonderful effect in the market. It's called the Ocorto boxes. It's a great routine. I did it for years. And the thing is, I always wanted to be able to do it, so Milt had to do a lot of lapping. He was in and out of his lap all the time. I wanted to do it behind the bar. I wanted to do a table hopping where you're standing up. So I've changed a lot of the routine around. Also, Milt used a box that was the short box, the coin didn't fit into it. And one observation I made by using that, only the spectator trying to put the coins in realized the coins wouldn't go in. So I started using a solid box. I started using a solid box, and right away, everybody could see that coins could not go in it. So for this, what you need are 3 different boxes. 3 different boxes and the magic stick. Now the boxes, one of them is a regular Okido box. It's a standard Okido box. The second box is a Boston box. And the Boston box is a lot like an Okido box, except for it has a hollowed bottom. It's a recess in the bottom so you can insert a $half. The third box you need is a solid box. There's no opening to it. It's just a slug. To start off with, 4 coins going in the regular box with the lid on. The Boston box goes in my left pocket, the solid box goes in my right pocket. Okay, now normally I'll put the box, the Okido box in a coin purse. Okay, all for pocket management. At the beginning, you go in your pocket, you get the coin purse, bring it out, the box would be in the purse, and you'd have the Boston box classic pound. The opening of the box would be towards the pound. You start off, you take the box out of the purse, and you show that you have $4 half in the purse. One at a time, you place the coins in like this. You set your lid on. As you set the lid on, you just do a turnover. You can do any standard turnover you like. The one I prefer to use, it happens rather fast. I pick up the lid. My second finger is in the front. My thumb is in the rear. As I come down, I set it on top of the box. As I do that, it's jogged forward, so it's like this. Okay? The lid's actually jogged forward. At the same time, my thumb pushes on the back of the box, and that causes it to flip. So you come from there, you flip it, and you just pick it up. That reverses the whole box. You set it in your finger, set it in an open finger palm of the right hand. Grab the box, turn your right hand in, okay? And now you just throw in the coins. You steal the coins, put the box in the back of the hand. Oh yes, by the way, the wand goes inside the jacket pocket or your rear pant pocket. Tap the box, let the coins fall through. You take the box, finger in the front, thumb in the rear. My second finger goes on the bottom, so as I release the bottom of the box, it flips over. That's your first penetration. The Aikido box, it's towards my right. I tell the spectator to my left, I have him take the coins. He takes the coins. Now, as he's looking at them, what happens is I release that classic palm Boston box. I slide the hand back just by an inch or two. Okay? So the box is now under the fingers. Right there under the fingers. As he's looking at the coins, what I do is I'm going to switch boxes here. The way I do that is I just kick the Aikido box under my hand. It goes, you kick it under the hand, it goes right in classic palm position. I slide the Boston box forward. Okay? It's a very clean switch. It goes from here to here. Of course, you can also do it, you can just do a clean sweep like this, one-handed. He puts the coins in the box. Okay, once again, you take the box and you do a turnover move. You can do one I just showed you. A very simple one is the crossover, which is one of my favorites to do, especially if you don't have a close-up pad. If you're working off a hard surface, you crisscross the hands. As you do that, you have the Boston box here, the lid here. The hands come palm down, they cross over. Left hand picks up the lid, right hand picks up the box. You pick up the box, you turn the palm up as you set the lid on. That reverses it. You tell them, you know what? We've been doing this with the lid on. I'm going to give you as fair a chance as possible. I'm going to get rid of the lid. This time you always see the coins. You take the lid, place the lid in your pocket. Again, you steal the $4.5 out of the box, place it in your hand. You come, your hand comes to cover the box. As you do that, your thumb just pushes in the back. That flips over, and you use your fingers to turn the right side back up under the hand. Push down. You show those coins penetrate again. Now at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to toss the Boston box up in the air, turn the hand over, and catch it. Okay, this is so I can switch boxes again. My left hand comes over to take the Boston box. As I do that, I just set the Aikido box and the fingertips, I turn the hand in. So I just transfer the Aikido box from hand to hand. And it looks just like this. You grab it, and you go like that. Now I'm going to put the coins in the box, okay? Now this is something you might want to take into consideration. My coin in the box is head side up. So when I do this, the first coin I put in, it's going to be tail side up, so when it's turned over, you'll see a head. And you'll see why in a moment it's important. The next two coins don't matter how you put them in. The last coin, you want it to be head side up. Now as I go to move the box over, I go to slide the box. Once again, my thumb slides, pushes down the back, and flips the box up, and I just flip it over. Now this time, you still see a head facing on the box, okay? If here, if you see a tail coin like this, and if I do the move, and you see a head, something just doesn't look right. And spectators, laymen will notice this. Laymen will notice this. As well as if I put the first coin in, so it's head side up, even if this here is a head, or when you do the move, later on the tail's going to come up, so it's still going to look wrong. So make sure the tail side up is first coin in. Next two coins don't matter what it is. The last coin you want to head side up. Do your move. You tell them this time we're going to make the coins vanish from the box imperial under the right hand. You do it. As you do that, you got the Aikido box here. Just classic pound your Boston box and lift the hand straight up. This time the box moves over. Keep the 4 coins out. You tell them the reason why that happened was you put the lid away. We need the lid. I go in my pocket. Both hands dip into their respective pockets. My left hand grabs the lid. As I come out, I've got the solid box at fingertip rest. Okay? The solid box at fingertip rest. I'm going to put the lid on top of the box and transfer from hand to hand. Well, that's what it appears that I'm going to do. I'm going to switch the boxes. And the way I do that is, with my first finger and my thumb, I pick up the lid. I come over. When I set it down, it's actually jogged to the right, okay? It's not straight on the box. It's jogged to the right. As I go to place it in the hand, my right hand starts to turn up. My thumb grabs the lid and slides it over the solid box. My left hand comes away with the regular kilo box. You set it down. It's a very clean, very simple switch. Watch again. Go from here to here. It's very simple. Now you turn to the right to the spectator and you say, you explain to you the hardest part of the trick. And the reason why it's the hardest part is because I'm going to bequeath my powers to you. Big word gets a lot of laughs. When you say bequeath, for some reason, laymen laugh. Now what I do is I go in my pocket. As I get the wand, I just drop the box into my pocket, okay? I come out with the stick. Give him the stick. Pick up the $4.50. You can do any vanish you like of the $4.50. I do it like a retention type vanish. The 4 coins are held as though you're doing a retention vanish. As I pretend to place them in the right hand, what's going to happen is the lowermost coin is going to contact right here on the fingers, where the fingers meet the palm of the hand. I release the fingers, the coins cascade. Okay, they sort of rest out. Notice my thumb is still behind them. That allows me to scoop up with my fingers and take it. Okay, but it's all one continual motion. It looks like you just throw $4.50 in the hand. Looks like that. You have the spectator tap the hand. You show the coins are gone. You pick up the box. Now you pretend to dump the 4 coins out of the box. The way you do that is you turn the hand palm towards yourself a little bit. Set the box in the first and second finger. As you start to lift the lid up, you turn your hand in towards yourself. Okay? That's as you start to lift the lid. The thumb goes on top of the box, and you just drop those finger palm coins. Now, a little secret here is, a lot of times you see magicians do this. They just turn the hand over, they drop the coins, the box is over here. Because that's the position. The coins are here, the box is over here. It doesn't look like those coins come out of the box. So the way you do that is to make it look like they come out of the box. As you start to dump, move your hand forward till the box is right over the coins. Okay? So now you have a perfect line here. The coins are underneath the box. Start to turn your hand palm up. As you do that, my right hand comes over in front. It masks the top of the box here. Set the lid on, place it down. Now, you do this a second time, and the reason why I'm doing this a second time is I want time misdirection here, okay? I want him to forget, and I want him to forget. I want all of you to forget that I went to my pocket. Okay? Because at the end, when I show this is solid, you don't want them to remember ever going in your pocket. Because if they start to backtrack, they're going to remember you go in your pocket, oh, he probably dumped the real box. So I do it a second time. You take it, then place the coins, have them tap, show it's gone, dump the coins out. Set the box down. For the end, you turn to the spectator and say, you know what makes this the hardest part? Put the coins in, you'll find out why. He lifts up the lid and he finds out the box is totally solid. And that's my take on the Occult coin box routine.
A purse without a bag. Nothing to see, nothing to hear, no bag. But it doesn't matter because I can open it up and take things out anyway. That's a half a dollar, a 50-cent piece, a silver coin from a purse without a bag. Nothing to see, nothing to hear. But if you want to see it again, that's okay too. There's a second one right there. That's a second half dollar. That's 2 coins from the purse without a bag. Nothing to see, nothing to hear. Once more, there's a third coin. That's a third half dollar from the purse without a bag. That's 1, 2, 3 coins from the bagless purse. Wait a second. One left down at the bottom. Sure enough, there it is. 4 coins from a purse. Thanks. All right, this is the explanation for this purse frame production from the Edge Grip. The edge grip, which if you're not familiar is holding a coin in this position, this is explained on several of my DVDs and several of other people's DVDs. It's a very, very interesting move, and I've been doing it for many years. I actually coined the phrase edge grip because the move didn't actually have a name. It was in the Bobo book and other books, although it's interesting, the edge grip is not in the older books. You won't find it in Hoffman or Sachs or Gautier or Stanyan. It doesn't really make its appearance until around the 1930s, which for such an amazingly bold and deceptive sleight is fairly recent if you think about it. So just to give you a crash course in the edge grip, the coin is held like this, which may not seem deceptive, but if you're holding another coin at the fingertips, that is an empty hand. Just pretend for a moment that you don't know about the edge grip, and that is an empty hand. The edge grip, the coin is held between the second finger and thumb, in line with the second finger, just past the tips of the two fingers. The thumb and finger, second finger can just touch on the other side. It is not held further back. It's held as close to the fingertips as you get it, as you can possibly hold it, and that way you get this terrific display where, oddly enough, the people on the left, usually the weak angle for a right-handed person like myself, they see the entire inside of my hand. The people on the right, they see the back of my hand, and the people in front actually see both sides of my hand at the same time, which sounds like wordplay, but you can see that the nature of the grip allows this. Now, and of course, what's interesting about the edge grip is that it can be done with multiple coins. You can hold 2 coins, 3 coins, even 4 coins in the edge grip. And yet, if you're still holding one at the fingertips, the hand looks truly empty. I mean, it doesn't look like, look how well he hides the coins. It looks like, where are the coins? They're gone. They're certainly not in the hand. Now, anybody who plays with the edge grip for about a minute will realize that the thumb is frozen. It's very difficult to pick things up and put things down when you're holding a coin like that. It's fine for a horizontal display at about eye level. And I'd like to point out the edge grip coin, once it's in display, must always be at eye level, and the hidden coin parallel to the table. This will flash, this will flash, this will flash, this will flash. Parallel to the table, just about eye level, and the angles are actually very friendly once you get familiar with them. Now, as I said, anybody who plays with this will realize that the thumb is frozen, but you can remedy that by doing a move that I call the curl palm, where you can curl the second finger around the edge of the coin, which allows you to take your thumb away. In this position, your thumb is free. You can turn things over. You can pick things up. You can point, and yet anytime you want, you come right back up into edge grip. This is a very, very potent system because it allows you to handle your hand very, very naturally. And of course, this can also be done with multiple coins. And because it's an edge technique, you're not sliding the coins over each other this way. You're handling the coins by the edge. So you can do this with multiple coins. In other words, here's 3 coins in the edge grip, and you can bring them into a curl palm, back out to an edge grip, back into, and no noise. Absolutely no noise, and these are not smooth coins. That's just a built-in feature, a built-in plus of the edge grip technique. So for this effect, you start with the 4 coins in the edge grip position, actually the curl palm position. I start with the coins in finger palm, and then I do a move by Gary Kurtz, where you roll the coins up and then pivot them over, and you get the coins into a nice curl palm position. And again, in this position, when you extend and you end up in edge grip, it is very easy, or relatively easy, or at least easier than dropping the coins from your palm, to drop the coins one by one out of the edge grip because your finger and thumb are involved, as opposed to doing the same thing out of classic palm, which is certainly possible, but it's more difficult. It takes a little bit more concentration. So for this routine, the coins start off in the curl palm position so that your thumb is free. And you have a purse frame on the table so you can gesture, you can hold it, you can shake it. This alone looks very deceptive. The hand is open. Both hands look very nice. To do the production, you put the purse frame in your left hand in the standard position, you open it up. You look inside. This gives your right hand a chance to settle to the table just for a moment, and now as it moves back toward the purse, you're going to extend, putting the coins back into edge grip. You're going to reach over the purse like this. Notice my third finger, not my wiggling thumb, but my third finger is blocking that gap right there, that gap between the frame and the side of my left index finger. And that's very important. It's important you block that gap. So with the coins in this position, you open up the purse frame after you shake it and gesture and point to it. You're going to come forward, the coins are in edge grip, this third finger fills in that gap. It's the work of a moment. You drop one coin right into your hand, and then reach down and take it right back up out of the purse frame. And at this moment, this is what sells it. This is what makes it look like there's nothing in your hand except that one coin. You put it down, take the coins back into curl palm, close the purse frame, pick up this coin. See, the hands are always occupied. There's something for the hands to do all the time. Once again, open up the purse frame, take a look inside, extend. The coins go from curl palm back into edge grip. Get that third finger to fill in the gap. Drop a coin, reach in and take it out. That's number 2. It's a very lovely production. Again, close it up. Show the 2 coins, say 2 coins from a purse without a bag. You're going to do the same thing one more time. Fill in the gap, drop the 1 coin, reach in, take it out. This is what sells it because it looks so amazingly empty. Set that coin down. This is back in curl palm. Give it a shake. I put the purse frame off to my right and let this coin just fall onto a fingertip rest position. I'm going to do 1 shuttle pass as I count the coins. I say that's 1, 2, 3, or you could say that's 1, 2, 3 coins to keep both hands moving. This gets the coin that was hidden in the right hand. It's now hidden in the left hand. You apparently start to put the purse frame away. You take one last look. This is right out of classic Slidini, as if you forgot one. Open it up and very cleanly take the last one out, and that's 4 coins produced from a purse frame one by one. Now at this point, what to do with the 4 coins? I might suggest putting the 4 coins through the table one by one. You can find that routine on volume 6 of the New York Coin Seminar series. After you put the coins through the table, you might say to the spectators that you'd like to repeat that effect, but above the table. And now you do winged silver, volume 1, New York Coin Seminar. And after you do winged silver, you might suggest that you'll do the trick again, but you won't even touch the coins. You set them out in a square. You do chink-a-chink, again, volume 1, New York Coin Seminar. After that, you might want to vanish the coins one by one, using the edge grip to vanish the coins. You can find that on volume 5 of the New York Coin Seminar series. So you're doing a very nice set. You're producing the coins through the table, coins across without touching them. The hanging coins, they vanish, they all come back. And then to finally finish, I might suggest vanishing all 4 coins at once with either a Slidini clip or a Michael Amar type clip, that design. Both will vanish 4 coins very nicely. And that's a lovely little set with 4 coins, but of course you can't do it till you produce the coins, and this routine takes care of that. Thanks. Jean, how are you? Thank you for coming up and helping me. Would you do me a favor? That's a $50, a silver Kennedy $50. Would you please write your initials right there on the head side of the coin? That is perfect. Let me just make sure it's dry. My coin, your initials, correct? And I also use this deck of playing cards, this glass, very important, this handkerchief, and this piece of paper as well. Now what I'm going to do is simply set the pack of cards over the top of the glass and cover everything with this handkerchief. Watch very closely. I'm going to take your coin and put it into the paper. I'm going to fold that over. I'm going to fold that over. Can you feel the coin?
Yes.
Yes, you can. I'm going to fold that over. Can you feel the coin?
Yes.
Yes, you can. And the pack of cards is over the handkerchief. One more fold. Can you feel the coin?
Yes.
No question about it. Watch this. I like this part. Amazing. And sure enough, inside, under the pack of cards, in the glass, your marked coin. I thank you. Well, this is a classic. It's a Leipzig classic. It's right out of the book. And I wanted to do it justice, do it right out of the book. So let me show you what you will need for this, because I'm going to teach you the Leipzig coin fold, and I'm going to teach you a different coin fold and a different handling. You also need $2 half-dollars, a pack of cards, and a glass. And what you're going to do is, and a Sharpie. Now, to do the Leipzig fold, I pre-folded the paper just to make life easier, but I don't think it diminishes the effect if you have a piece of pre-folded paper, because you're just going to fold it around the coin. But to do the Leipzig fold, you have a $half. Basically, you're going to fold, it's not the standard coin fold, which is very interesting. You're going to fold one part over like that and cover the coin. These are just the preliminary creases. One part over like that to cover the coin. One part over like that to cover the coin. And I mean, that's a very secure looking fold. And the paper looks very innocent and the folds look very even, not like you're trying to do anything sneaky. I have a duplicate coin finger palmed head side up in my fingers. I have a glass, I have a deck of cards, and a handkerchief. You let somebody initial the coin, and I'm doing this straight out of the Leipzig book. I'm going to show the coin, and I'm going to switch it by sliding it up my thumb and putting this coin down tail side up. The misdirection is you're showing the pack of cards. As I do this, I'm letting the thumb palm coin fall to a fingertip rest position, taking the pack with the coin underneath, and this is a great Leipzig touch because it really makes the whole trick possible, putting it on the table, but the coin is overlapping the edge of the table along with the card case, so you can pick it up very, very expediently. That's just a classic Leipzig touch. So the coin, they think it's there, but it's really here. They've initialed it. Then as you put this down, you pick up the glass. That helps the misdirection here. You show this on both sides. You set it down. You pick this up. Obviously, when you put it on, do it very, very quietly. And right now, the coin is here, trapped between the deck of cards and the glass. And this is a lovely moment to flick out the handkerchief and just very, very cleanly cover everything. And now we get to an interesting point. You're going to put the coin in the fold, you're going to tear it up and drop it on the pack, and the coin's going to fall in. This is the kind of thing, we could discuss this all day. Do you think it's better with the handkerchief there or without the handkerchief there? Leipzig preferred the handkerchief because he felt it was more mysterious. You know, if you do this and tap this and the coin falls in, that's visual. But I think people are going to think it was trapped under the card case. There's a similar analogy between three fly, which is visual, where the coins jump, or a closed hand, coins across, which is not as visual, but it is more mysterious. I happen to go with the mysterious myself, so I agree with Leipzig. So the marked coin, oh, thank you. The marked coin is trapped, ready to go. You drape the handkerchief over it very, very cleanly. Now the fold is terrific. You pick it up, they think it's their marked coin, but it is not. You really do put it in very, very cleanly. And Leipzig stresses that the packet is not tilted at all during the fold. It remains flat. You fold this piece in. You fold this piece in. You make a big thing about letting somebody feel it. They can feel it. You fold this piece in. Again, you make a big thing. They can feel it. Now, I'm extending my hand. The reason for that is that when I come back, that coin shoots over to the other half, and I can very cleanly fold this over. This is a lovely fold, because it's not the standard coin fold. The coin is there. I ask you to feel it. When I draw my hand back, I relax, and the coin, which is here, slides. My third finger keeps it from sliding out of the packet, but now it's all the way over here. But it appears that it's there, and the packet is held flat the whole time. You very cleanly fold that over. It really looks like it's got to be trapped. I hold it here, at this corner, and I ask him to feel it one more time, and it's there. And in this position, when I come back, that coin's just going to shoot right out into my finger palm as you take it. And then you tear the pieces over it. Very, very pretty, very, very magical. And I want to point this out, but I will in a moment. You let them flutter, and with the heel of your hand, you touch the card case. They hear that clink. You blow these out of the way, draw away the handkerchief, take off the card case, and you've done a mini miracle. It's just a quick the perfect after-dinner trick. Everything is worked out. It's not that hard. It's mysterious. It's visual. And that's the explanation for the Leipzig coin in glass. Thanks. Now, there is another handling on this. There is another handling by Leipzig, and it's got, but I'll show it to you with a different coin fold. This is what's known as the classic coin fold. And to do that, you simply start with all of these pieces of paper are 4 inches square, 4 inches by 4 inches. I've read some books where they say 5 inches, but 4 inches works for me. And this is done, the initial fold is, this is important, you're going to fold one edge up to about within an inch of the other edge. That's the crux of the fold. This is the classic coin fold. It's the one in Bobo. It's the one in the Modern Conjurer. It's the one in Tarbell. It's all over the place. So, and if you want to, just to make life easier, you can pre-fold it. Keep this in the middle. Fold this over like that. Fold this over like that. Okay. So, here's what happens. Same situation. This is finger palmed. You show this, you're going to thumb palm it, put this on the table. As you pick this up, you're going to transfer it, put this over here, slightly overlapping as you show the glass. You are now going to pick this up, very cleanly place it on top. And this is interesting. Now, so far, I'm actually going to show you, I'm just doing this to show you a different fold. But the idea is the same. You would drape it over. Here's the original coin fold. You're going to put the coin in the paper, and this is very nice because you can do a very, very clean show, just like that. And then very, very cleanly fold this over. And then very, very cleanly, hold on, let's do this very, very cleanly, fold that forward. And it really looks like you're trapping the coin inside. And then, of course, the final fold, that's the most convincing one of all. That's done toward the audience. And that looks like it's trapped in there, but you can see it will drop right out. Let me do that again. That's the classic coin fold. So you put it here. You let them see it. It's a very clean display. You fold this half forward. You fold this half forward. You fold... That's the part that's 1 inch away from the edge. So when you fold that forward, it really looks like you're sealing it in, but the coin's going to fall right out through there. So it's just a different way of doing the fold. Leipzig's is very elegant. This one works too. Same thing. Tear the paces, let them flutter on top. Do that. The coin arrives, and it's inside the marked coin. But there's another way to do this without the coin fold. And this is also in the Leipzig book. And it's very pretty handling. And you can make a good case that it plays for a much larger crowd. And I will show you what I mean. There is no fold in this, so the vanish is obviously different. But again, the switch is the same. You start with the coin. They mark this. I switch it as I put it down. This gets picked up, transferred, put down, slightly overlapping. Show the glass. Everything is clean. Put this on top, and very quietly. And now here's the part I like. This is different. And this is right out of the Leipzig book. You drape the handkerchief over. Now watch this. This is very good. You bring your hands down tight around it. You can pick this up. You can now show this coin, say it's going to go through into the glass, put it on top. That's very disarming. But it's tight enough where the coin will not fall out. There's nothing there. There could be nothing trapped anywhere. You just do that. Now you just palm it as you throw it toward it. It arrives just by a slight shake. I pick up a corner of the handkerchief because I'm always worried about the handkerchief getting caught underneath the bottom of the glass as you set it down, and that would upset the whole trick right at the most important part. So I grab a corner and I start, and I feel it right now, I feel it tug. Part of it is caught under the glass, but you can do that and then lift the glass and cleanly take it away. So by starting with one corner, you know where you are. Now the handkerchief's acting like a magic wand, making my hand look natural. Lift off the card case, dump out the coin. Once again, you've done a beautiful piece of magic, and the fact that you're holding it with in this position, it just plays a lot bigger. This looks very, very contained. You can hold it up, and when you make that throw and the coin falls in, it's very clean. You don't necessarily need a coin fold. And that is the explanation for the Leipzig coin and glass. Thanks.
Hello, I would like to show you a trick with a purse, but inside the purse there are some coins. As you see, they are Chinese coins, and silver dollars. Okay? First, I will take the Chinese and I will put them inside the purse. Okay? Watch the silver. And of course, in the purse, the silver coins. Maybe you want me to repeat the effect, but this time without the purse. I try. The silver, the Chinese. Okay? Watch. The Chinese, and here the silver. Maybe another time. No, I never repeat 3 times an effect. I get rid of the Chinese and I will only use the silver coins. Okay? Watch. Not yet. Oh. Maybe in the purse. But you know, thank you. But you know, the secret of this trick is easy, very easy, watch. In fact, I only use silver coins. Thank you. So, this trick uses 6 coins, 6 silver coins, and 3 Chinese coins. At the beginning, you put inside the purse 3 silver and 3 Chinese. You leave them on the table, or you can put them in the pocket if you want. And you have to palm 3 silver in the right hand. So there are many techniques to palm 3 coins. My technique is easy for me. You put the coins like this, you help with the thumb, and you press. I think this is classic, and you can palm easily the coins. This is the same technique as for 1 coin. And you can read also a technique in a book from Bobby Bernard, in the teaching series from Lewis Genson. He palmed the coins like that. And it's the same move, approximatively. So you palm the coins, you arrive, you open the purse, like that. You show the coins very cleanly. And you say, I will put the Chinese coins inside the purse. And in the movement, you have changed the coins. So here, there is a movement. 3 coins in the classic palm. You gather the coins, and you put the Chinese coins in the down's palm. Then you let fall the silver coins. Then the forefinger press. The second finger is under the Chinese. You let the thumb go away, and you press, and you put the Chinese in the classic palm. So in the movement, and the basic of this manipulation is, of course, the classic palm-to-palm change from David Roth. But you apply the technique to 3-to-3 change. But you have to do the movement when you talk to a guy, and you have to move your hand to hide the movement of the thumb. So the movement is this. You gather the coins, you show, you take the purse, and here you have made the change in your hand. You put the coins inside the purse, and you let the purse near the spectator. Then here, you will repeat the same manipulation. You show the coins, you gather, you tap, This is, in fact, a movement from sliding the paper and the hat. They use the same movement. I like the movement, so I use. You make the change, and you show the coins. And with the cap subtlety, you can, or the Malini subtlety, you can take one by one the coins like this, and the right hand looks empty. This way. So you have the Chinese, and of course, in the purse, you have the silver. Now you repeat the effect, but this time without the purse. So here the silver, you take the silver in the left hand, the Chinese in the right hand, you make the change. You put the coins in the left hand on the table, then you throw the coins here. You have made the change. And here you repeat. During the routine, you always repeat the same move. You take the silver coins, this change again. Then you propose to repeat the effect again. But this time, you do this move, and you let fall the silver coins over the Chinese coins. And you say, no, I will not repeat 3 times the same effect. You show the Chinese this way. You only push 1 Chinese coins like that. And you say, no, I will put them inside the purse. And I will only use the silver coins. Then here, you perform a vanish, a manipulation from Nelson Downs, this way. And you palm, you move, and the coins disappear. You look at the purse, you open, and you have the coins. Then you say, to have a climax to this routine, you say, in fact, the trick is easy, and you know why? Because I only use silver coins. And again, you have made the change in the right hand. Thank you.
Bill, how's it going?
Good, thank you.
Appreciate you helping me out.
My pleasure.
I'm going to show you an illusion. The world-famous 3-coin illusion. You ever heard of it?
I have now.
You have now?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
because it's the second take, that's right. It does use 3 coins, 3 old English half crowns. Queen Victoria on the front, a little nice little shield on the back, and the purse. And I want to let you know that everything from this point on is not happening. I'll give you an example. For example, you see 3 coins, yeah?
Right.
From your side.
Yeah.
From my side, if I flip them over, there's only 2. It's the weirdest thing. I don't really know how it works. It just kind of does. So now I know you weren't really expecting that. So we'll do it again. Watch. Now you'd swear there's how many?
Oh, yeah.
2. Yeah? 2. Swear. But there's not. Because if I just give it a little wave, gone. It's the darndest thing, I know. And I'll tell you what, this last coin is 3 illusions in one. Do me a favor, take a look at that for me. And I want you to notice 3 things about that coin. Okay? 1, you can see it.
Yeah.
2, you can feel it.
Yep.
And 3, could you just bang it on the table for me? You can hear it.
Yeah.
It's 3 illusions in one. It's auditory, it's visual, and it's tactile. But it's not there. It's actually just a figment of your imagination. In fact, remember what I said earlier about from this point forward, after I took the coins out of the purse, that this was all an illusion? I kind of cheated you just a little bit. The entire thing was actually just an illusion. The coins were never actually at my fingertips. They actually never left the purse.
Oh, my goodness.
All 3 coins back inside
Very, very pretty.
the purse. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you. Okay, the explanation. I call this "It's Just an Illusion," otherwise known as PJ's coin trick. Came up with this working in the PJ Wellhands local restaurants in the Philadelphia, New Jersey area. It's a fun coins the purse routine that starts off just as a 3-coin vanish, really, and then has that purse kicker at the end. So really, you don't actually see it coming. But what you need to perform it is any type of coin purse. This is a Tono Osaka coin purse. Okay, you need 4 coins and something a little extra. These are regular Old English half crowns. Now I have 4 of them and an expanded shell. That's something extra. Now to set up, there's a few different ways you can do this depending on your personal preferences. I like to have the coin in the shell nested so that way I can't damage the shell at all. But you can have it unnested so you don't have to do the unload in the beginning. But to start out, I have the 2 regular coins, the shell and coin nested together, and then a regular coin on top. Those get stacked up into the purse, and the purse snaps shut. Now the way I keep track of which way the purse is facing, much like Mike Gallo explained earlier on the DVD set, he usually has a notch. Since these purses don't, I make it so the notch on the little button on the inside is facing me. That's how I know the coins are facing forward in the right way. That goes into a pocket. I'm ready to go. To start out, I pull out the purse. I ask the spectator, have they ever seen the world-famous 3-coin illusion? Most often than not, they'll say no, in which case I say, well, apparently it's not that world-famous then. Do a quick little joke. Gets a little laugh. So I open the purse up explaining that it does use 3 coins. Now I take the topmost coin off, which is that regular coin. I display it at my almost in an open finger palm position, and I lay it down. I'm going to do that to condition the audience for the shell unload. The next coin is that nested coin and shell. Again, it's the same position. Now this is the real coin. As I turn over, I'm going to lightly finger palm the shell and let the regular coin fall out. So the shell's right there. For the last coin to come up and pretend to steal a coin out, but what I'm really doing is just pushing the shell in and pulling it out. So again, from the front I come up, pull that out. Now as I put this coin down, my index finger covers the coins in the purse and the purse tilts over. That's to imply the purse is empty because logically if there was anything inside, they would fall out. So they think for all intents and purposes the purse is empty. I come up, close the purse up, pinching those 2 coins so there's no noise, and I place that to the side. So now to position check, you have regular coin, shell. I pick up the shell and the regular coin, placing the regular coin on top, the last coin goes underneath. So now for a position check again here, you have the shell in between, the regular coin above and below. Now the first sequence, all you're doing, this is actually a sequence Chris Korn uses in his 3-coin vanish from either his Radical Korn or Extreme Korn DVD. I think you should have both. I don't remember which one it's on, but get both of them because they're really good stuff on there. And essentially all you're doing with your thumb is pulling the coin down into the shell. That's it. But what makes it really cool is when you flip it over to show them the other side, it just looks like one visibly goes away. So again, you say, from your side, it looks like there's 3, and they have a nice little visual right here. You have 3 coins, 3 fingers, and my beautiful face. Thanks, I know. 3 coins from their side. And you say, from my side, there's only 2. And what I do again, slow motion, I go to flip. The thumb pulls down on the coin, nests it, as I continue to flip over. And I come back, and the other hand I say, but from my side, there's only 2. And I leave my hand somewhat cramped. That way I want them to at least suspect that I'm hiding something. So again, from your side 3, from my side just 2. I say it's kind of strange, I don't know how it works, and that's when I open up my hands and show clearly only 2 coins and empty hands. The shell and the coin are lowermost. I split those away, and I start flipping the coins just to have a nice little display there. And that's actually getting another conditioning moment because in a second I'm going to unnest the shell and the coin. So as I flip, as I get to this position, the coin and the shell are clipped between my index and my middle finger. I lift up on the shell. I continue to push the shell forward to my fingertips as I essentially steal out the regular coin and edge grip. So that's the unnest. So again, flip, flip, unnest as I put the 2 coins together. So I've essentially stealed that coin out, and I have the coin and the shell together. One more time for a close-up. Slow motion, unnest. Coin goes together with the shell. The coin holding out, the hand holding out just kind of drops to my side, and I ignore that. So now I'm left with a regular coin and a shell. And I say to the person, you'd swear there was 2 coins, but there's not. I do a little waving motion back and forth. As I do that, again, all I'm doing with the thumb is pulling that into the shell. That's it. So again, wave, wave, wave. It nests. You get a nice vanish there, and again, you're very clean. You can show the hands front and back, nothing in there. So now what I normally do is I essentially have someone to my left as well, but I want Bill to eventually examine this coin. But he can't look at it right now because there's a shell on top of it. It wouldn't be very good. So in essence, what I do is I say there's only one coin left. To the person to my left, I take the coin and I show it to them, and I switch it over for Bill. Now, in that whole sequence, what I just did was a muscle pass changeover type of sequence. Shutagawa has popularized this as a production, but I use it more or less as a changeover. And I guess we can get a good view of this. From behind, this coin's in muscle pass position. As my hand approaches, it's a 3-step motion. My hand approaches number 1. When the fingers touch my middle finger, this is step 2, where the coin gets shot over into my hand. And then 3, I take the coin away. So again, 1, 2, 3. That's the sequence. From the front again, it looks like this. And again, that hand just drops, so that way there's no focus on that. So I show the coin over here. I just do a retention type of shuttle pass, displaying the regular coin, and I let the spectator take a look at that. Now, while they're looking at that, I just kind of take a step back, relax. Both hands go in my pocket. At that point, I just ditch the coin in the shell in my pocket to clean up. So now they're looking at it. My hands are now empty. For all intents and purposes, there is only one coin. I'm not sleeving anything. My sleeves are rolled up. My hands are empty. So they look out the coin. I point out that I want them to, notice they can see it, they can feel it, they can hear it when they tap it on the table, and I take it back. And then I reiterate those circumstances again. I say, it's an auditory illusion, a visual illusion, and a tactile illusion. I say, but it's not. It's just a figment of your imagination. And on that line, I just do a JW grip vanish, where I come over like this. I just do a retention here, and go up in the JW grip, which again looks like this. 1, 2, 3. If you don't want to do that, you can ask them to hold out their hand and then show the coin here and just give a little toss like that. And you can do this little white clean sequence to show it that way as well. Or your favorite vanish. I just prefer this because, again, it's nice and visual. You get a hands empty appeal, and again, it's up at my face so they get to see my face again. So I reiterate what just happened, and in the end I say, again, this was just an illusion because the coins never came out of the purse. They were never at my fingertips at all. I direct attention back to the purse. I pick up the purse, shake. Now there's only 2 coins in the purse, and I have this coin in my finger palm. So shake, shake, shake. Open it up. I dump the coins out on top of this coin to show all 3 coins, and essentially end there. If you want to end cleaner, and you want them to open up the purse rather than you doing it, have a 5th coin. So you'd have 3 coins in the purse. That way you don't have to worry about anything. After you do that last vanish, you can say, check it out, open up the purse. They would then open up the purse and dump out 3 coins. And you really can't get any cleaner than that. But it's just an illusion.
Great.
Thanks.
Okay, let's do some moves here. We talked about Leipzig yesterday, the Leipzig vanish, and I thought I would do it up close so that you could see better. That was where we put the coin in there, boom, and it was empty, and the coin was gone. Except if you close your fist, it came right back. Okay, so we learned that it's from the back clip to the front thumb palm, and then back. Here, 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 here. If you want to do Tenkai, then you can do Tenkai. And back. Either one should be able to do it, right? And there. And so sometimes I use that like, I don't know, coin is vanished. It's simply gone altogether. And then forget about it. It's thumb palm, right? So it's good for a final cleanup, just that move. That move is really terrific. I wanted to bring this out of close-up, where you see the top of my balding head. I wanted to bring it up higher. And what I came up with was here, and push it down. Now I can't cover not flash this as I turn the hand over because I'm up here. Down here, I can turn it around, but up here. So I developed this brushing down to cover it, right? And then you pull it out. But so what happened was it went from here, and as I turned the hand over, this hand brushed as this hand opened up, right? I'll pretend I'm doing it. And then there, and then there. I hope that's enough. I hope you can get that from this. I saw a picture of Vernon, and he was doing it up here, showing the hand empty there, and then pulling it out. And I believe people said, why do you do it that way? I said, well, I think he wanted to reach more people. So we've gone from close-up to distance, so more people can see it. So I think this was what he came up with. What I came up with was doing it here and doing it here, brushing it away. See, now I'm not constricting my motions, talking about space. I'm not doing here, here. Look at how tight that is, right? I'm doing, let me do it right. Here, here, free, free, free. Everything is free. And then you finish with it. I'm open. So you get more flow, you get more movement. The movement helps you create the magic. Because if I'm tight and constricted, they can't see anything, but they know something's wrong or something's happening. You don't want that. Okay, so breathe, and you got to breathe. A lot of magicians do not breathe. A lot of people, period, don't breathe. Like talking to everybody, because you finish a thought with someone and then go on to someone else, that forces you to breathe, right? I finished talking with you because I've taken the time. Now I've got to breathe. And that'll slow you down, and it'll also make you clearer, and it'll make you more in charge. Right? Okay. So that's Leipzig. That's talking about body movement. Okay, we talked about a click pass yesterday that I came up with when I don't remember, 15 or 16, because I read the books wrong. I was in such a hurry to get to the trick, I misread it. And 20 years later, when I reread the book, I went, oh, wow, I came up with my own, and I didn't realize it for 20 years. Great. Okay, so the pad of the first finger, I put the first coin on there, slide it down to where you would palm the lowest coin, the lowermost coin, right? In edge grip, edge palm. It's warm and sticky in here, okay? And then I can let go. Now, what's the truth of if you toss a bunch of coins from one hand to the other? You don't do this. When you really toss them in, really toss them in. You're imitating what's real, what you would do if you were really doing this. And most of the time we get false movements because your hands are not natural or because you don't really know how it looks if you were to do it really. If I drop these coins in my hand, which I will, I don't necessarily have this open because it's the other hand that got the coins, right? Now maybe it opens to pull up a sleeve or to make a pass. It doesn't open right away. You know, I'm just dropping them in. There it is. Now I can open it. So if you do any untoward motions, fast motions, you know, I've got a thing here and I got a thing here. Now it opens. And there they are. So you got to make sure this is exactly where you would palm, and then these two fingers hold it and let the whole stack tilt. And try to get the thumb opening up like a flag. This is for your viewing purposes only. And then you palm it. Right? So when I did the coins across, we did this and said, now, I'm not going to have you name, I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to have you name it. Tell me what the trick really is. Look, I'm using the spatial thing. They're over there. It looks, it's kind of like your, what do you call that, your clip back here?
Stealth
Mike?
palm.
Huh?
Stealth palm.
Say it again.
Stealth palm.
Stealth palm, right. It's kind of like your stealth palm, really. I can do it on this side, you can't see it. Or I could do it straight Ramsey, but I know this is above your eyes, right? There it is. That's it. Sometimes you can clip your fingers, right? That's it. And then, boom, they go across. So I hope that seems clear, you think?
Hi, Doug Brewer. I want to show you a little trick with 3 coins. 3 64 Kennedy half dollars, solid silver. I know you're going to like it. Funny thing about these coins, when I lay them on the table to my left, something weird happens. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me slide one of the coins over here. I rub, it disappears. But then it reappears here. I think it's a right-handed coin. I'll try it again. Let me show you. I'll slide the coins over here, one at a time. They disappear and reappear here. It's weird. Weird. Now, some people perhaps out there think when I cover these coins, I'm really sneaking one over here, right? When I cover my the coins here, that's not what's happening. I'm actually taking the coins and rubbing, and they disappear, but not yet. In fact, if I put the coin in my pocket, my left pocket, we'll just use 2 coins now. So when the third coin reappears, it'll be a complete surprise. Yeah. Woo! All right. These are right-handed coins, but perhaps too many coins. I'll move one over here, and it disappears. I'll do that again. Gonna happen fast. One at a time, it disappears. Now we just have 1 coin. Did have 3. I prefer a 3-coin trick, so we'll use 3. Okay. Sorry. In fact, if I put them in my left hand, forget these 2. I put that coin right there, it disappears. Interesting. Second coin, my left hand, it disappears. Third coin, disappears, jumps right up here behind my elbow, of course. That one jumps behind that elbow. That's 2 coins. Solid silver. Guess if I need a third coin, I need a third elbow. I'll just go back to this one. Coin number 3 on the table. Ooh, thank you. Doug Brewer again here. I'd like to show you something that I've been having a lot of fun with. I call this Trident because a trident is a 3-pronged weapon of destruction. And that's what we have here. We have a 3-coin trick. I'm using this. A lot of my venues are close-up. I work behind a bar. I work restaurants. I work banquets, all the kind of settings that most magicians are used to. But I wanted something that was a little more visual, and this is what I came up with. As far as credits go, I think you can see an immediate influence from John Kennedy's Translocation, maybe David Roth's Jink-a-Chink, influence from, let's see, Hoosier, Chris Korn, Lip Tack, there's a whole bunch. Hey, and there's a little bit of me in there too. So this is what it uses, and I'm using this little mat because this is a typical, what you call like strolling size mat. I want you to just see that these routines can be performed in a very small setting. I think that's really important. You may not necessarily need a mat. I think you will on this because there's some purse palming. But anyway, that's why I have such a small mat in front of me, not because I can't afford a big mat. So we have here 3 coins and a matching shell. That's it. And what's nice about this is when I start, I display the coins and I palm off the shell. So that's a really nice way of showing the coins are normal, right? That's sometimes important. Lift these coins back into my right palm, quietly renesting the shell. And now I just thumb them out onto the mat. And that's the shelled coin, normal coin, normal coin. And now we're going to do basically the beginning of the John Kennedy translocation. Translocation is a beautiful routine, probably one of the most visual type of on-the-table assemblies you can see. But it does require some space, and this is kind of a mini version of that. And my presentation is all based on, these are right-hand coins. When I move them to the left, that's when they either disappear or move. So, you know, you can play around with that if that's what you want. But, so we have our shelled coin here, and just like in the Kennedy routine, perhaps I'll do a side shot on this. I will purse palm the shell off. The shell is gripped between the pinky and the forefinger, and just simply lift it off and moved forward. So now you have a row of 4 coins. The bottommost coin is moved along the thumb base to the right of the mat. So, under just some adjustment of the coins, that coin is stolen and moved to the right. Now I have my hands on the mat, and there's already a lot of coverage here. So I want to try to give as much openness as I can. I'll move that coin that's hidden under my thumb base as far as I can onto the mat, and then I'll kind of spread them like this. My hands mirror each other, simply because this one's dirty, this one isn't. I can maybe cheat this one a little to imply that this one's cleaner. So now we're all set for the first vanish. I simply purse palm this shell, move it back onto the second coin, move it over here, and it disappears. And that's the first effect. I don't say, hey, it's over here. You know, I don't do that yet. I simply say it disappears. That's the first effect. It's very clean. And now I move my right hand up and make the first coin reappear. So those are too many effects for what's apparently to come. So I'm going to move these coins to the left, and just like in the translocation routine, I move them over, and under the guise of transferring the coins over, I repurse palm the shell, move it forward, steal that coin under the base of my thumb, and again I purse palm, move the shell onto the coin behind it, apparently move that same coin, make it disappear, and this time the effect is already registered, so I can now move more into the translocation of the coin. So now here we are. We have a nested coin and 2 normal coins. I slide these back, and I'm going to move this coin up here. My presentation is more along the line of a pseudo-explanation. Or the next sequence is under a pseudo-explanation, I should say. So the idea is to move this here and re-nest the shell on the middle coin. You could just simply lift that off, purse palm, and transfer like this. I think that looks a little contrived and a little unnecessarily guilty. I like to just move this here, and under the guise of saying, hey, maybe you think I snuck it there when I covered them, my hands are now in perfect position to purse palm again. So I simply purse palm the shell off, move it down to the middle coin, under adjusting. Now you could do a implied steal back over here and make it reappear here. I think it's more funny and more surprising, ironically, to do just the opposite. Take the coin, move it here, and imply that this coin is going to sneak back. Now most people think you didn't really take it. And so now when you show this here and this here, there's a bit of a surprise. It's a little gotcha, and mostly I'm having fun with my my audience there. But it's also another reason to, or allows me to purse palm under some misdirection. Even though the purse palm is very deceptive and people are aware of shells and it's, you know, not really going to be seen, I still think there's some misdirection that's required. So there's still only 2 coins here. There it is over there. I purse palm, move that coin forward. Say, no, it's not just the mat. I can take the coin and put it in my left pocket. Not just the left side of the mat, but my left pocket. Really important that you overemphasize this coin going into your pocket. I've placed this in my pocket without clearly showing my hand empty. I simply placed it in there and re-showed the reappearance here. And it's funny, if this is too fast, they don't really remember it. If I just go and put this in my pocket and it comes back here, unless I clearly indicate it, sometimes they don't even remember I put it in my pocket or somehow I snuck it back. They don't remember seeing an empty hand. It's funny. You got to really overemphasize this. So put the coin in your pocket. We'll just use 2. So when the third coin reappears, I simply lift my hands up my chest, bring the attention up to my face, and I say the third coin's sudden appearance is a surprise. And I act surprised too. So here we are. And that phase there, I may or may not do. It might be gilding the lily, perhaps. I should say this next phase. The third phase I always do. So the third coin appears, and now I move these coins into a line. And I'm going to re-vanish the coins under moving them over here. So here we go. I say 3 coins. Maybe there are too many coins. I call this kind of a swivel vanish because if I were to just simply nest the shell here and move a coin over here, it's a little obvious. So under the guise of kind of swiveling the coins around, you get, I think, a more deceptive vanish. So here's the shell, 2 coins. I'm going to drag this around, purse palm, drag that coin, the shell onto that coin. I move them here, and apparently there's a third coin somewhere here. When I move it over to the left side of the mat, disappears. It's a very clean vanish. Now these kind of vanishes with shells, very deceptive. I mean, a lay audience, it's very strong. So let's move on. I'm going to do a Dean Dill move to recover the coin out of the shell. Lift the normal coin into finger palm. Lift the shell off the coin and kick it. You're going to simply lift the shell and kick it into the right hand. So what's implied is that you're moving these coins over here. What really happens is that, done up to speed, that the coins, you've recovered one into finger palm. So let's go over that again. It's really important. Lift this into finger palm, immediately take the shell and kick it into the thumb and forefinger. All right, so there it is. Now with this coin hidden, you move both coins over here. Top one's the shell. And as I point, I adjust this into fingertip rest and then classic palm it as I come back. So the action is still framed here. I purse palm one coin, or the shell, and move it back. Apparently drag both coins here and the second coin here, because remember, the left side of the mat is where things disappear. So I've moved this back, slid that over to the right, moved it to my left. There goes the third coin. So this is a nested coin. I have one in classic palm. I need to exchange these coins, basically. So I do just a hand wipe here, or a gesture, just a relaxation. My hands come together. This drops from classic into finger palm as I kind of gesture at the table. I'm going to pick this up and apparently put it in my left hand. I do a classic false transfer, classic palm transfer. I palm the shelled coin, mouth against the palm, place it there, and apparently it's the same coin. It's just a way to exchange the coins. You could do a shuttle also, but that leaves that coin in finger palm. I like to do a false classic palm put. Place that over there. I could say, well, now we're down to just one coin. And as I gesture, I point here, I let that coin rotate quietly into fingertip rest. Because now I want the shell up so I can classic palm it off. It's a nice, gentle, as I point, it simply rotates like this. That happens very fast. I slide it back over here. Classic palm. I do kind of a meaty, thick classic palm there so the coin doesn't fall out of the shell. Not just yet. As I adjust it here, this coin falls out of the shell, and then the shell falls onto the table. Mouth down. So falls out, you move your hand back, and now you have three coins. But they don't know that yet. You've simply moved this from here to here. Coin falls out of the shell, there's the shell. So now I say, it's nice to do one coin trick, but I prefer the three. So now you got a sudden reappearance of all three coins again. Don't have to do this. Again, this is kind of maybe overkill. And you can move, I definitely move into the next phase for the finale. So normal coin, shell. pick up a normal coin, do a false transfer right into my left hand. Normally you could just do that and you'd have 2 coins there. Might as well go ahead and clean this up. Before I show this hand empty, I lift the shell, circle it around, nest it on top, and drag both coins into my right hand. So that implies that still 2 coins are in play. There has to be a 3rd coin here. Show that hand empty. I have a nested coin here. I go ahead and do a false transfer into my left hand. Take this coin, tap, there goes the 2nd coin. Do a standard retention pass into the left hand. So now I'm a little dirty here, very dirty. Got a classic palm coin, and I just do a standard Roth type retention pass. As the fingers close, I drag these into fingertip rest, right? There it goes. And I'm only there like this for just a brief second. So I point at this elbow, retrieve that coin that was on fingertip rest from behind the elbow. I'm hiding this coin in Caps Mellini Subtlety. Drop that immediately in the left hand. Do a shuttle pass. There's that coin that was classic palmed. Do a like a Roth type shuttle pass. There's the 2nd coin. So now you have the nested coin, regular coin. Display the 2 coins. There's a shell against my palm right there. I allow the coin to fall out of the shell. Kind of clink them. They're both normal coins, so I can clink them. Might as well do that. They're real. Drop them on the table. I still have the shell here. So 2 coins from each elbow. And I say, well, if I'm going to do a 3rd coin, I'll need a 3rd elbow, and I'll just go back to this one. And so I go back to my right elbow, extend my hand out, pluck nothing, but leave that on the table. Come back up. All the action is up to your face. There's nothing there, and the 3rd coin is there. Nice surprise. This is like a Chris Korn lip tack type sequence, but very strong. And I hope you enjoy it. Give this a try. This is a very strong routine, using it a lot. It does, all the action mostly happens on the table, but the action's very fast, and this is a very deceptive routine. I hope you can give it a try. Thanks a lot.
Well, welcome back. We discussed a bunch of things yesterday, which will be on all of the 3 DVDs, and there are some pointers that I would like to cover more close-up so that you can really see the action rather than my talking about it, okay? Several people asked me to talk about body language because, you know, we get so tight and close with moves and things and that we forget we're human beings, and the bigger the space, like this is a theater for about 50 people, you know, and you're not just performing here at a close-up table or a walk-around situation where the people are standing here. You're doing it for all these people, you know, and I've just seen so many people that I worked with in workshops and privately that are so used to doing close-up or the table or stand-up that when they get on a stage, I got to get behind this table, they're still like this, as if they're doing close-up, because they're patterned, they're habituated to this particular style. Instead of, I'm here now, this is stage, you know? Gives you more dignity. That may not be your style. You may be, hey, baby, hi, you know. But still, you have to be aware of where that audience is back there, so your voice reaches them. Little things like the microphone. You know, you think the microphone can do it, the sound man can do it for you. But he can't, because if you talk like this and expect the sound to go up, then your actions and energy is like this, and it doesn't go to the back. So you have to speak as if you're going to the back, whatever it is, stand up, close up, a little distance, and let the sound man do the adjustments, right? Another thing about space, people judge you in space. So if I do things small, I can't do them big. If it's like television actors, they're so used to doing microphones here or above their head that all of a sudden they talk like this, and you can't hear them really. It's the sound man that takes care of it. But if you're acting opposite them, like I did on One Law and Order, I think I mentioned that yesterday, but the guy was at the end of the table when he spoke. I couldn't hear him. I said, when do I say my lines? I guess I say them when his lips stop moving. And I've worked with several television actors in stage situations. And they wouldn't make big moves because they were so used to. So we're just human beings. We're all patterned in the same kind of way, with our own habits, with the way we do things. So you have to be forced to get out of that. If I'm big and I'm used to walking a stage and talking to people over here, well, obviously you can't do that in a close-up situation. But I don't have to be small. I can be big in a small area. And I have more stature. I have more command. Instead of, if you're small, you can't do it bigger. You can't do it louder. But if you're big, you can do it smaller because you have to. Okay. And there's other things. I see a lot of people, because they've been practicing here, or even if they're standing up straight, the arms are very tight to the body. They're very tight in here, and that just looks cramped. Makes you look like you're afraid. And really, it's not necessarily true, but what is true is that you've been practicing this way. You think a mirror will help you? Nah, the mirror will not help you. You have to see it on a video and to see, oh God, he looks tight and small and maybe nervous. Instead of out here. You don't want to show your hands full. Look at. Here's 4 coins. Okay. You can't see those coins. Why am I hiding them? They gotta be out here. I can't see them. You, sir, right? I don't have to do this. I can be this. And of course, if they're close-up, depends how tall the guy is. If I do a French drop, and I do this, the guy's standing here. Ed, come and help me, would you? I lied. I said we wouldn't do this, but we're going to do it because it just comes to me. So you're standing here. He's pretty tall. So if I do a French drop, can you see it where it is? Can you see it flashing?
Yes, I can.
You can. You see? So I practice in a mirror, and I don't know if I'm as tall as you or close, but I have to practice seeing myself in the mirror. I have to practice those fingertips going above your eyebrows. So if you're too close, obviously I can't do that. But maybe it's a step away. I'm going to show you something. Now you can't see it. Can you see it here?
No.
But you can see, what's this? You can see it there.
Right.
You can't see it there. Look at that. Just that to that. He can see it, he can't see it. You have to be aware of that. And that'll give you such freedom and such confidence. He can't see it. I'm very open. Thank you, sir. You tell the truth. Okay. It's amazing just leaning and talking to somebody. Just leaning in and talking. I can turn this way, I can look this way and turn this way. I don't even have to move. I can take 2, if you don't like to pivot, I can take a couple of steps. Take a couple of steps to address everybody. When I talk to people, everybody, we all have ideas in our heads. But the one thing that doesn't happen a lot of times is that we make rules out of those ideas. And don't make rules, make principles. Okay, I have an idea in my head. I want to talk to everybody. I want to talk to everybody. We're going to have a good time tonight, and then afterwards we're going to have some pizza, and I feel like I'm talking to everybody. And yet the truth is I'm not talking to anybody. And if I shake your hand and say, yeah, it's great to meet you, obviously I'm a schmuck. Because I didn't pay attention. I didn't mean it. It wasn't sincere. Hi, how are you? It's really good to meet you. There's a difference. And people pick up on that right away. Because we're so into the tricks, we're not aware of how people perceive us. What kind of a character is he? They want to know. They judge you right from the beginning, from the first moment they see you. How do you approach them? I saw a marvelous lecture in the Magic Castle by Paul Green. He was giving lessons on etiquette. Very interesting, Everybody usually says, hey, what's your name? How are you? That's and he would start off with, my name's Bob, and yours?
David.
David. See? I started this way so I'm safe to him. I'm not threatening. Hey, come on up here. What's your name? That's different. Now, I'm not dealing with character and character choices right now. I'm just talking about thinking about etiquette. How do you introduce one person to another? Your wife, your girlfriend to your boss, or to somebody who hired you for the meeting, you know? Little things, man, that give you a sense of class, give you a sense of taste, right? And a sense of where are the people, you know? If I do, which do you like better? This or this? Anybody? This one, the second one. Thank you. What was the difference? If you had to define what is the difference is the first one, if there's energy coming out of my eyes like ping pong balls, if there's energy coming off of my fingers, look at those fingers are kind of curved. So that means I've got to get around the table, that the energy is going to go like connect right about here. It doesn't include you. If my eyeballs had ping pong balls coming out of them, right? The first time I did it, boom, they shoot out, and maybe they go down there. The second time I did it, the hands were open, that energy was going out there. I mean, the seats, the last seats are on those sides. I'm opening to all those seats. And I can talk to all of them, and they still see me over here. I can talk to these guys, they can still see me over there. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. You know, these are all visual things and things you might learn in a film school, for instance. But the energy thing with the hands, it's including you. If I kept walking, these hands would connect behind that audience. My eyeballs, ping pong balls, plop, right? The second time would go plow, and it would go and it would arc over you. So my energy is including you, you know, not holding you off. I had a school teacher come. This happens to a lot of magicians. I started the subject of talking to people, you know, and having an idea in your head about, I got to talk to everybody. So I'm talking to everybody, and I'm not talking to anybody. I put up a fourth wall. I have to, here's the trick. Finish a thought with one person. Then you can change. Hi, what is your name, sir?
John.
John, thank you for coming tonight. I think we're all going to have a good time. I finished my thought with him. And now, I'm really glad you all came. Change. We're going to have a good time tonight. And later on, Mark is going to buy us pizza. Okay, whatever. Okay, but I finished a thought with one person. I went to the next person. I didn't chop it off like a searchlight in a, what do you call it, a lighthouse. You know, hey, everybody, everything's going fine. How are you doing? They don't care. I shook his hand. I wasn't paying attention. I got to pay attention. I got to communicate. If you're interested in them, they'll be interested in you. But if you got to go through your routines, you've cut them off. You know, and so many magicians really have an idea about perfection because you got to do the trick. In order to do the trick and fool people, you got to be perfect. So you're the perfect magician, and everything is really wonderful because I'm something else. You can't believe how good I am because I believe it. Okay, I come off as pretty pompous, all right? So, I get too many thoughts going because I'm trying to rush it. I'm sorry. So I come off as pretty pompous. I got to be perfect. Well, I'm not perfect. I'm human. My idea of what magic is, when I've done the lectures and workshops and asked all the applicants, what's magic? They give me wonderful answers, but they're always from their point of view. I said, well, wait, what's the audience's point of view? You know, how do they see you? They're the ones that are experiencing the magic. You're using the medium of magic to surprise them, to entertain them, to make them laugh, whatever. But how do they perceive it? And that definition I came up with, which is the basis for my whole workshop, is they see magic when they see a human being doing superhuman feats. And the main word there, the operative word, is human. So if you're perfect, you know, you're a machine. You've got to do everything right, everything correctly, because I'm going to fool you, right? Well, I'm exaggerating, of course. But you're not perfect. I mean, if you drop something, how are you going to pick it up? I had one guy who turned his butt to the audience. That was really lovely. You know, and how do you pick it up? Blackstone, I saw him do it. Blackstone Jr. He dropped something, right? He didn't even look. He just knelt down. He spotted it. He put his knee right by it, and literally he didn't have to look at it, and he picked it up. It was so cool, you know. And of course we're talking about a bigger space, a stage, and so forth. But they're just things to be aware of. Okay, so that's dealing with space. Finish the thought with one person. When they deal with people who sing on a microphone, rock stars, I love you, baby, I love you too, you know, whatever. They teach them not to change the microphone in the middle of a phrase. Finish the phrase. I love you, baby, I love you too, I love you, baby. See? So it's the same when you're talking to someone. Well, I just wanted to cover the idea of the thought about space and body movement. You know, if I'm talking to you, it doesn't really feel like I'm really talking to him. And I say to myself, well, I'm looking at him. No, now I'm talking to him. All of me is talking to him, right? Unless you're doing something kind of crafty, you know. I don't know, does anybody have any questions about body movement, space? Okay, we covered it. Enough, anyway, for coin magic. I worked with Carol Channing in Lorelei, and she was already like this, hello, everybody, how are you? You know, and I always characterized her, if I had to draw her on a piece of paper, I would draw, there's the paper, right? I would draw a straight line and then a diagonal line, because she was always out here trying to talk to everybody. How is everybody tonight? Okay, that's enough of the accents. I gotta laugh, nobody else is. So, so actually the truth is, she was blind. She can't see further than this. So what she's doing is trying to see you, but you think she's looking at you. Well, she's trying to look at you and making contact with everybody. You know, but it just brought the people in. So if you pay attention to what you're doing, if you care about what you're doing, then they will. But if you're doing it like on robotic, you know, done it too many times, or this is too easy, you haven't gotten past the putting together a routine stage. You haven't gotten into presentation.
But we're going to do something today. I want to teach you guys some moves, and I want to go over a couple of things with you that I think are really important. And every workshop is a little different, so every group wants to know different things, and you guys may have some questions for me. But I want to start by showing you something. So we're going to take out a coin. It can be a regular coin. I just want to show you a couple of moves for showing one side of the coin twice. I don't have a double-faced coin copper silver with me, but it doesn't matter. If you guys have a copper silver coin, you can use it. If not, we'll just show you with any old coin. So I'm going to show you some really interesting moves. And I'll actually make it obvious, and I'll use one of the American coins because I think it's easier to see. So here's the old Barber $50, and I use the Barber coins. And
Does that make your life easier for demonstration?
Yes, thank you so much. Okay, so I was just going to say that I use Barber coins and old bronze copper coins because not only are they smooth, they're interesting. And you can use, you know, Kennedy $50, English pennies. This is one of the silver Kennedy $50. This is the 1967. Okay, this is good.
Just you match everything.
So silver is always better contrast with copper, but if you get a shiny copper coin like the brand new 67s and you have a clad $50, when the light hits, you can't really tell the difference from short distance away, so you don't really get good contrast. So somebody close might be able to see, but somebody from 10 feet away might not be able to tell what the coins are because the light's hitting them and just you can't tell. So it's always good to use the old-time coins, and I think that, you know, whether you use the Standing Liberties, which are beautiful coins, silver Kennedys, or the old Barber coins, which I like personally because the Barber coins are not only old and antique looking, but they're still like a coin. They still have the face on the front and the tails on the back, you know, like a Kennedy half, so people still can relate to it as a coin. I think those are really, really much nicer when you do your magic. I used to use clad half dollars all the time when I was a kid. I mean, it didn't make sense for a kid who's in his teens or in his early 20s to have antique coins with him. You just have the circulating coins. But as you get a little older and a little more polished, you want your magic to look a little better too. I want to show you guys some double-faced coin moves. That is to show the same side of a coin twice. And this is a really nice move. And there's some interesting techniques. I'm going to show you like a few of them. So first, we're going to talk about, and this is a move that I think I put out on one of our earlier DVDs, but I'm not sure. So I want to put it out again just to show you guys. It's a very, very nice move. If I'm really turning this coin over in my hand, I take the coin and I just turn it over. That's the way you turn over a coin, okay? Right? That's how you turn over the coin. I'm going to stand up for this so maybe you guys can see it better. What I do, the same movement, but I'm showing the same side twice. This is a very, very elusive move. Here's turning it over for real. Here's not turning it over for real. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Now let's explain how to do it.
So if you want to do that, what's the point of having a double-faced coin?
So what you do is when you go to grab the coin, my two fingers are going to cover the coin, but my thumb's going to come underneath my two fingers and hit this edge of the coin, like that. And what it does is it kicks the coin up, like this, under my fingers, and then I push it against my fingers. So I'm basically flipping the coin. Hit here, turn it over, have it hit and turn over, so now I'm like that. Turn my whole hand over, and I slide it off my fingers. So, like this, slide.
That's pretty cool.
Anyone having any problems with that? Now remember,
You prop it up like.
watch. I hit like if I'm coming in this way, so you can stand in my come around like here. Come next to me, because otherwise you won't get the position. Okay, point your hand that way so we're in the same position. Hit this part of the coin and pop it up.
Right.
Put it under your two fingers and push it against the fingers, the other side. Then you turn your whole hand over and then slide it off your first finger. That's a very valuable move. And even if you did it with a regular half dollar, you can make heads, turn it to tails. You can see you got a novelty coin that's got two heads, but look, now it's got two tails. You can do stuff like that. But this is good if you're hiding. And the nice thing about this also is Jordan gave me a coin that's a 64 Kennedy on one side and kind of a faded copper coin. This is actually the best kind of copper coin you want to use. In the United States, people aren't familiar with foreign coins, so they really don't notice that this is the tail side, and if I flip it over, the tail side, they're just seeing copper and copper. There's no really good detail. If you're doing it with the Kennedy head that everybody's familiar with, and I turn it over, you may see that it's got the head on both sides. So I probably wouldn't do this with with the silver coin. Now maybe in Europe it's a little different. They're not familiar with the coin, and you just do it, and they just see a silver coin, and they don't think that there are two heads. But for us, I think it's better when you do a move like that for the copper. So that's really a nice move. And again, it duplicates exactly this. That's really nice. Now let's look at another very easy move that you can use to show both sides of a coin. This is a move that actually I came up with, but I found that it was published years before by a guy named Don Morris in a book called Close-Up Encounters. The coin, well, I'm going to do the move for you first. This is a very nice move. Okay, very casual. What you're doing, you notice my pinky is just kind of above the other fingers. So you let the coin fall down and it hits the pinky. And you just kind of let that coin fall over. It turns automatically and drops into your hand. Look how nice that is. See it turn over? Hits and turns over. It just hits and turns over. Now, of course, you give it a little help with your hand by turning it over. You want to hide any flash. But that's a very, very nice move. Okay. Anyone having any problems?
That's a nice move.
Yeah, it's just great.
Mike, I just remembered Frank Thompson had a great move out of a coin box.
Oh, well, that's a classic out of the coin box. Can you do it?
I can do it. I don't have a coin box. With me.
Oh, I don't. Anyone have a coin box they want to show?
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I say, yeah.
Want a copper silver?
What he did.
Hits the tip of the thumb and comes over. That's a beautiful move.
He just tips it off the thumb.
Oh, wow.
Tries to give it a half
Very
turn.
nice, yeah.
Okay. You like the other side? Yeah.
Very nice. So now
You're welcome.
we have two moves. You've got this one, okay,
Okay.
and then you got this one by Don Morris. Now, my friend Felice Vaccaro, years ago, when we were trying to figure out ways of doing this type of move, he came up with this. I came up with Don Morris's move, so it's really Don Morris's, but he came up with this, which is very, very nice. It's only for one time. You're showing the coin here, and you flip it over to your other hand. And this is a very, very nice move, and it's done with a little pop. What you're doing is, as you turn your hand over, the coin would normally fall the other way, right? Okay, but what he does is he hits with the first finger. So he pops the first finger like that as he turns his hand over, and that flips the coin. So it's like a knack
Frank's
move.
And tip it off for the finger below.
Like that? Well, that's the same thing as Don Morris from the Pinky. Who did that? Frank Garcia?
Okay. No,
Frank Thompson.
Frank Thompson with
Oh
the
yeah.
coin box.
Oh, with the coin box. Yeah, he's putting his
Instead
thumb
of the
there.
box, he just
That might be the genesis for Don Morris's move.
could be.
because-
I don't know if he's dead now.
Oh,
Long time.
hopefully Don's still alive. But anyway, so you turn your hand over and you give it a little kick, and you're only kicking the top part of the coin. Okay, and it just falls over. You can't do it back and forth. It's just like a one-time thing. And of course you don't want to miss. But that's the move. And that's very, very nice. Are there any other questions about this type of
Can I
move?
see the last move? Sorry, I was taking
Sure.
notes.
So as you're turning your hand over, you kick the coin with your first finger. So
Oh, okay.
And what that does, it turns the coin over. It's just here and just.
Mike, would you recommend saying heads, tails?
If I'm doing this, I'm just doing it to casually show a coin and hiding it. I'm not. You can use it if you like. I mean, I've done it before where I've just had like a $50 and I say, I got this coin at a novelty store. It's got a tail on both sides, and they, oh, that's really interesting. And then you say, sometimes, you get one and they only have the heads on both sides.
But with the copper, you can't tell what it's heads and tails anyhow.
Right. But if I'm doing it with, if I'm doing it just like heads, both heads, tails, I'll do it with a coin that they recognize. And then, I'll show it's on each side. So it's just a cute little thing. But if I'm using a copper silver coin, these are just good ways to hide a copper silver. Now, this is another good move. This actually appeared first in the New York Magic Symposium book, and it was written up by the daughter of Fantasia, and it was called Fantastic Chip Turnover. I had come up with this type of move before, but she published it first, so she gets the credit. And I don't know who actually developed it first, so it doesn't really matter. But there's a flaw in the way it's written, and I want to show you what I've done, which corrects that flaw. This is the move. She takes the coin, and I'll just do the move first. That's her move, which is a very nice move. But the problem for me, and this is kind of what I did, but the problem is that if you notice where the thumb starts and where the thumb ends, and that was the way the move was published. What I've done is very similar, but looks like you're just flipping it over, and the thumb is where it's supposed to be. Now, how do you do this move? You start with the coin here, and you kind of hit the first finger, and you roll it up the first finger, okay, like this. And actually, no, I'm sorry. You take the coin, and you roll it under the nail. Now, your hand's like this, so they can't see the coin. So this is what you're doing, okay? Coming under the coin, and then you grab it with the second finger, and then you flip the coin over, keeping your thumb here, and then turning the coin over. So it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's look at it from the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's invisible. From the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's just a very nice move. Again, it's essentially the same move that Fantasia's daughter did and published. It's just that the thumb is in the correct position. So it's my variation of her move, and it's a lovely move. And I've used this for many years when I'm doing table work.
You used to do this with a business card.
Similar, yes, exactly. It's funny how different genres of magic kind of have the same types of move, but you have to adapt them for the size of the object. So that's right. Whether your coin box has to use a certain way, a card, if you're doing with cards, you have to do things in a certain way. Coins, you have to adapt them. But those are really the good ones. There's one more that I have to see if I remember. And again, it's for showing two coins, and it's this. Yeah, I need a softer mat, but let's see if I can do this. So what you're doing, I need a softer mat. I'll just use 2 for a second. Okay, so what you're doing is, there we go, that's the move. So you're turning one coin over and the other coin's not turning over. So this is the move from the side. You're hitting this one here, flipping that one over, and then turning them both over. That's a nice move. So if you have two coins together and you just want to show, they see the heads and tails of this one, they don't see the heads and tails of the other one.
show it to me from this side, because I can't.
From this side?
Yeah, please.
Okay. I will hit this one here and grab the other one, stick that one underneath. They can't see it because it's all done under the fingers. And then turn them both over.
Isn't there a discrepancy there, Mike?
The discrepancy is that this coin's not being seen on both sides.
No.
What's you put that one
It's not
under?
underneath.
It would be underneath the other coat.
That's true, except when you're putting them down, it doesn't really matter because they're not going to remember that. But you're right, there would be a discrepancy there.
Sorry about that.
But that's okay. Again, it's just casual look, and it doesn't really matter. Actually, the coin stays on top each way, but you're right, it would be underneath the other way. But I don't think that, I
But you
don't
know
think
what,
that
Mike,
anybody would see it.
when you just did it where you carried the copper coin about an inch over before you let go of it, then they're separated and you really can't tell where it came from.
If they're not one on top of the other, there's no discrepancy.
It was as you're spreading, no,
You
as you're
can.
spreading it, let it tail off.
You
there,
can,
that's not like
but
that.
the idea is just to really just flip them over. But those are just some nice moves to use, and hopefully you guys can use one or two of them. I really like, personally, this one here I think is the most useful thing, because for people that don't use tables, it's just a nice casual move for the hand. And this is also, those are my two favorites that I use most often. And if it doesn't...
There you go. Okay, anyway, look, if you use the silver dollar, if I just take like this and pull, you say you're actually take a quarter off that dollar. I'll do it once again. Watch the dollar, because I go like this. I actually take...
I didn't hear anything.
That leaves 50 cents. No, that's the first half of the trick. Let's see the second half?
Yeah.
No, it's 5 times better.
Keep those puns coming.
But you start off.
I didn't bring my dimes though.
I'll give you some. All right. You start off, you get 5 times classic pound.
You gotta drop them one at a time.
No, it's 1, 2, 1, 1. Okay, so this is classic pound. And if actually, if you use David's the Rosin, and I don't, but if you do, it's a lot easier. It'll stick right in. Or you get a little that lotion everybody likes to use and stuff, put in there. It works.
Yellow.
Yeah. So you get 5 times
Before
classic
you put it
pound.
in your penny shell.
Before you put it in the penny shell. 5 times your classic pound. Okay? Place a quarter in the finger palm position, place a half dollar on top of it. Okay? Your right hand, finger palm a quarter, and you have a silver dollar. Now believe it or not, years ago when I was really working, I can go in my pocket and just pull this stuff right out. But you come out, you show the silver dollar. You can pass from hand to hand, display it, okay? Now for the first quarter, you're going to pluck off it. You hold it 2 fingers in the front, thumb in the rear. Kind of tip your hand forward, let the coin balance on the tips of the fingers, okay? The thumb comes and pushes the quarter, and again, dry hands work better for this, and pushes the quarter up behind the quarter, you rip it off, you set it down. Now look, I'm holding the silver dollar. I'm hiding a lot, but you can see it, okay? And that's for the next sequence. Show the silver dollar, you take it in the position, you're gonna, like what you would be doing for the Paul to Paul French drop position. Now you do a spellbound sequence here. Come back, both hands towards the edge of the table, put your thumb on the half dollar. Press so the quarter doesn't slide out. And you just do a spellbound move. Let the silver dollar fall in the lap. Now at the same time, before you pull your hand away, the thumb is going to snap the coins down. Snap the coins down, peel off your quarter. Now they just assume this is a silver dollar once again. You say, but that leaves you with a half dollar. You have your first effect, right? Your first big climax right there. They assume the effect is over now. But then you tell them, that's the first half. How would you like to see the second half? They say yes. You pick it up, you toss them hand to hand. You're ready to make the change. You finger palm the half dollar, throw the dimes. As you throw the dimes back, you just come back, toss the half dollar into your lap. And that's 5 dimes is good.
Now, here's something really interesting. A guy made this for me. And I don't know what to do with it, but it's a strange thing. I'm going to pass this around. This is meant to be done on stage, all right? So these little metal things, pretend that they're flesh-colored, okay? And that this would be a little bit more deceptive. And imagine that I was on stage. But look what this thing lets me do. I'm on stage. and I can do that, which really looks kind of cool. I mean, that goes for a long time. I'm getting a lot of action out of a very small gimmick. And the guy made it himself. I mean, the thing is soldered. There's like 100 gears in here. And so you're getting a lot of movement for a very small amount of space. I guess you're getting a lot of action for a small amount of movement, right? And the movement is just pressing that lever. I'll pass this around so you can play with it. But it really goes for a long time, and it looks good.
It really catches the light.
Yes, it's terrific. It's look great on stage. You know, Lisa Menace saw this at my house, and she just wanted me to give it to her right then and there. Not that way. Guys, come on, it's a family show. Here, take a look at that and pass it around. Now, here's something else.
What's the cat think of that?
That's okay. It's not bobbing up and down, right? So that's all right. The cat, well, I used to have two cats, you know, Houdini and Bellini, Harry and Max. And Max was so totally mellow. He was a big cat. He was like a 10, 15-pound cat. And he was so mellow that he would lie on his side and he'd kind of spread out, and I could practice on him like a close-up. It was great. He didn't mind. I couldn't do it with the other cat. The other cat had too much personal dignity. He really wouldn't stand for it. This other guy was very, very mellow. So, yeah, Harry and Max, when you get to know them, this one's Nepomuk. Okay, well, you know, Larry Jennings had two cats. And you know what their names were? In Jog and Out Jog. Mike Skinner had a cat. His name was Stanley Collins. Okay. A lot of magicians have had cats. Kaufman has a cat. Darwin has a cat. I don't know what their names are.
Elmsley had 4 cats, but you never saw one of them.
That's right. That's very good. So listen, I'm giving lessons to a guy, Joe Danziger. He's out in the other room. I used to give him lessons years ago, and he's an artist, and I was trying to teach him Slidini's impasse, you know, where you gesture and you drop to the table, you know, either this way or this way, and you get the coin from the other hand. You know, if you think about it, a impasse, if you want to look at it this way, it's a changeover palm under cover of the table, right? That's really what it is. But Joe was having trouble with the timing and the move, so he made this. He made this for me. And it looks like an IUD, but it's an impasse machine. It's an impasse machine. Now what happens is, all right, this curved piece is meant to fit over the curved piece that goes around a bridge table, right? You know that curved piece of metal? So that would clip on like that. There, like that, okay? And this is the top of the table, and here's this piece. Now you would take a coin and put it in this custom-made holder. Now, you drop to this position, you know, a position that Skinner used to use a lot. It's great when you're palming a card to drop back to this position because the hand appears empty. So here's the top of the table. I'm here. My thumb is going to press against this, and look, it's an impasse machine. It's an impasse machine. Isn't that great? That's apt for people who really just can't do the move. Give them one of these. It's an impasse machine. That's all. So, what else? I got a.
Okay, 4 quarters. I'm gonna do what they call it. I'm gonna do what's called known as a classic in magic. Okay, so 4 coins across. Now what happens is the 4 coins start off in the right hand. Just by touching the thumbs, one of those coins leaves the right hand, comes to the left. I'll do it once again. That's 3 in the right, 1 in the left. Watch. Actually, you should do it like this. You show there's 2 over here now, as well as 2 in the left. Watch the third one. You touch your thumb. By the way, they call this having thumb fun now. And the third coin goes over. Watch the last one. And that's all 4 coins from the right hand to the left. You want to know how this is done?
Yeah.
Well, it's not by the 4 quarters. It's by the silver dollar it's made up from. It looks like that. Okay. You have 4 quarters and the silver dollar, okay? Now, one of the nice things is the silver dollar's in the hands the whole time. But the way you do this, you never notice it. You start off, the silver dollar's classic pound. Now, by the way, I'm left-handed, so anytime I do something with left hand, if you're right-handed, just go to the right. Okay. Yes, mirror image here, unless you're on the side. So anyway, you come off, you show 4 quarters. And once again, the coin's classic pound. Now you're going to start off by doing the Al Baker move, okay? I'm going to pick up the 4 coins, pretend to toss them in the hand. What I do is I actually toss 3. 1 is held back in my left hand, and the way that's done is you pick up 1, 2, 3 like this. As you toss, the thumb and it just holds the top coin back. Okay? It's a very simple steal of a coin. That's 1, 2, 3 coins, you toss. Make some type of gesture. I usually touch the thumbs. But you make a gesture, you show the first coin goes over. Now you're going to do the exact same move. You're going to pick up 1, 2, 3 coins, do the Al Baker steal, pick up the second one. As you pick up the second coin, that goes in the thumb palm. You're going to show 2 coins in the right hand. To show the second coin goes over, you show 2 in the right hand. As you pick it up, you can do a Heng Peng Chen. You're going to drop 1 coin out of the right hand. 1 coin is going to be tossed from the left hand. So you just do a Heng Peng Chen. You have 1 coin classic palm, 1 coin thumb palm.
Hey.
Yeah. Self-working stuff here. Pick up, you show your third coin. Now as the hands come to rest on the table, you drop the silver dollar in the finger palm. Okay? Pick up the last quarter, pretend to place it in the hand, just do a bobo switch. You switch the last quarter for the silver dollar. Pick up 3 coins. Now here you can either thumb palm that coin, or you can classic palm it. I prefer the classic palm, but a lot of people don't classic palm the opposite hand. So just simply thumb palm it. When you come down, you show the last one goes over. Now for the final, the last part of the trick, pick up the 4 quarters, get them in classic palm position. You say, the trick is done not by the 4 quarters, but it's done by the dollar it's made up with. As you say that, you just do a Heng Peng Chen style move. Take and rub and show that it's all changed to $1. Any questions?
Very nice.